Eureka! Hello fellow travelers, merry and distraught. Welcome back to the Fractal Apple. Today we have a story for you so thrilling, mystical, and outright awe-inspiring that you may hardly believe. But behold, you must believe if you'd like a chance to see to the end. For this is a story that we all breathe. So stories tend to go. We started out with quite an idyllic life actually, learning the skills, building with a band of brilliant mates. And as luck would have it, we'd soon need to embark on a journey that seems straight out of the heavens, or maybe a fairy tale or something. You know, when the world beckons, you'd best be ready. And now it's time to go. Across the cosmic seas, the widest desert and the darkest forest, the mountains and the scenes unleashed by man's device, and all our dreams to be defended, befriending with the chaos, and come out dancing with the spirits. That's what a hero does, you know. He stands atop it all. This is the Fractal Apple, and it's time to sing, rejoice, help each other learn, support the people around you and fund the public goods. Fill the hearts with joy, grace, and kindness. Are you ready, my friend? Are you ready for the adventure of your life? Well, enjoy the show.
You're on mute.
Perfect! I was muted, but not anymore. Welcome everybody to the Fractal Apple. I'm Dan, I'm here with Rosmari, and we have a great show for you today. Greeting the day with a smile, as we like to say, is the name of the song playing. Sorry for the delay, by the way. We had a couple tech issues that made us, it's one of our first streams, and we've been doing a lot of work to make this show great for you all, and as it happens, there are some tech issues, but we're excited to donate some EOS to public goods, sing some songs for you. Also, happy belated St. Pat's. Rosmari, how are you doing today?
Really good, thank you.
Cool, it sounds good. Well, yeah, thank you for joining me on the Fractal Apple. I was thrilled when you suggested, or when we spoke about doing it together. And yeah, actually, so this is the third episode. We've done a couple, I've done one before, a couple before, and then we decided to work on this one, and you're going to sing some songs. You're a wonderful musician. It's been a pleasure getting to know you for a while now, so we'll talk a little about your experience so far with Eden and Pomelo, and we're going to be giving out 300 EOS as well. So I suppose we can jump in. I can share the agenda of the topic soon, but well, I mean, would you like to say anything first before we jump into it?
Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you like it.
Sounds good. I hope they will too, and I think they will. Your microphone is a little bit low, by the way. And as a general note to everybody out there watching, well, first off, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. Not sure if I said that before. But then secondly, yeah, there might be some tech issues. We're working on lots of things at one time to get to work. We spent much of the weekend troubleshooting audio issues and video issues. This is the first time we've done a collaborative live stream like this, and we're excited to do many more in the future. But there might be a couple issues here and there. I suppose that I can go share the agenda and maybe put on another Irish song.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. Which ones are there? So this one sounds pretty cool, I think. This sounds like a good song that we can share the screen with and talk about the agenda for today, the topics. So this is the Fractal Apple, as you know, and we can move our screens around like this so you can see it. And this is a tale of public goods. So today, myself and Rosmari will be embarking on a mythic quest to empower communities, fund public goods, and sing some hearty Irish songs. Rosmari has been practicing some songs. Oh, that looks strange when we do it like that, so maybe I'll just go back to the current view that we have here. But she's been practicing some songs by Ed Sheeran. We've also been playing songs by U2 and several other Irish singers, so we're going to do that soon. Ignore my little notes, as I was saying before, it's kind of last minute. So first we're welcoming here Pomelo. This is a big, the Pomelo 5th season is on right now, supporting public goods creators in the EOS and Antelope ecosystem, and they've been doing amazing work. So huge thanks and shout out to Pomelo, who put out this cool artwork for Happy St. Patrick's Day too. Also, by the way, it is past St. Patrick's Day too. So we, due to the tech issues and all the setting up and stuff like that, we're still celebrating St. Pat's, and we're still telling a story, an epic story. Like that would make the Irish proud, I think. But a couple days late, and here we are. So, and by the way, Rosmari, I feel like you're being kind of quiet. This is your first time live streaming, if I'm not mistaken. So don't be shy. I mean, if you want to be quiet, then you can. But feel free to speak up and share your thoughts more if you'd like, of course.
Okay. I will.
Sounds good. Although the audio sounds a bit strange, though.
Sounds a bit strange.
Yes, it sounds very strange now. I don't know what's going on there. Keep talking, and maybe test it out or something. And I suppose while you're gonna test it out, yeah, feel free to talk whenever. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds really strange. I don't know if it's just me right now. I don't think it's just me. Perhaps anybody in the chat can let us know. And this is a new.
Well, you
Okay,
can.
and I just froze as well there. Okay, well, I think it's better now. So
It's better now. Okay.
I'm able to hear you better. Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
Good.
So, me too. All right. So, Blimey. So happy St. Patrick's Day. What's
Full
that?
screen mode.
Full screen mode. Sounds good. All right.
It's-
So yeah,
it's
first we'll
better.
talk about Pomelo.
Yes. Pomelo. You love Pomelo.
Yes. Yes. Well, first we shared the Happy St. Patrick's Day message, but now we'll also talk, or at some point soon, we'll talk about the Pomelo crowdfunding platform. A little introduction for people who aren't familiar with this. It's a great way to fund public goods and raise funding for cool projects such as Fractal, Apple, and Eden creators. Rosmari will be leading us out with a song about the fire by Ed Sheeran, and then we'll talk a little bit about Eden as well. Ooh, we have the same song playing again from the intro as well. Hope everybody enjoyed the intro, put that together, and making a kind of a cosmic story here. And then we'll also talk a little about Eden and Eden Fractal, and we'll talk about the Eden Fractal Pomelo collection, and then we'll be also giving away 300 EOS to public goods creators, and I think Rosmari will be sharing some stories along the way too. So that's a little bit of the agenda. I suppose I can stop the screen share here. We have a couple topics we want to discuss as well. First off, is there any way that you'd like to, is there any way that you'd like to lead it, or anything you'd like to share first? Because I'm going to share a little bit about public goods and share about why public goods are important. But I've been talking a lot, so if you want to share some words to the world on your first live stream and anything like that, that would be cool.
Okay. It looks very nice, and it feels very nice so far. It feels natural, so I like it. Yeah, I was a bit conscious like 1 hour ago, but now I'm all good. Yeah.
Yes.
And I hope people enjoy it. Yeah. We'll try to make it
Me
fun.
too.
We'll try to make it fun for what is today? Tuesday? Wednesday? Tuesday night. Yes. I really don't know what day it is. 21st actually, and today is the first full spring day. Actually, did you know that?
Happy Spring Equinox. I did not know that. Maybe it can be a St. Patrick and Spring Equinox Fractal
Yes.
Apple special event.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I like that, and yeah, let's go.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I did notice that beforehand when you were sharing the tweet, you're getting all excited about it. So I imagine it's an eventful day, and it's been an eventful past couple months and past week or so. As I mentioned, we had a lot of figuring out and troubleshooting issues and learning how to live stream. So excited to share more live streams in the future. And yeah, for anybody who hasn't been following, Rosmari and I met about 2 months ago when she joined the Eden Fractal meeting for the first time. Perhaps I should play some music in the background again and just get something going a bit light here. or something fun. All right. So yeah, it's been really cool working together with Rosmari, and I'm really excited for everybody to hear her music too. She's got an incredible voice, and so I'm very much looking forward to that. Before we get into that, one of the things we want to do here is, we want to support the fellow great builders in the EOS and Antelope ecosystem with EOS, and also spread holiday cheer and so forth. And another thing we want to do is tell a broader story too about how public goods are like really helpful in the world, and they're really necessary. And things like Eden and Pomelo that we'll get into more in a little bit, they can really help people a lot. And so I hope everybody enjoys the Fractal Apple. Ooh, Chris Barnes, and also Sapiens too, by the way. Soy el numero one. Shout out to Jorge, who hosts the Spanish Fractal, and shout out to Chris. Thank you very much, Chris. We took some inspiration from you. I know that you and Waxa put on some great live streams on the Waxa channel or on the Helios channel. So thanks for joining, and thanks for the kind words and so forth. And yeah, also Chris and Jorge are great builders in the Eden ecosystem as well too. So this is a show that we can use to have a fun time, and then also help promote the work of so many people doing such helpful work for everybody that really needs to get out there more. With that being said, I think we can move on. But we have Intro to Pomelo and Intro to Eden Fractal. We can get into it. Also, Rosmari was practicing, what was the song called? Icy Fire by Ed Sheeran?
Yes, Icy Fire.
Okay, cool. Well, we've been talking for a while. It might be nice to break it up with some music if you'd like to sing it. Although I'm still not confident about your microphone right now. I don't know. Maybe actually, you try speaking again.
I'm speaking now.
I think that you're muted on. Actually, I don't know. If anybody can provide some advice, I don't know if it's just me, but yeah. Speak more, please.
Okay, I'm speaking.
Is it just when the music is playing?
I don't know. Maybe. What happened?
Yes. Okay. I think there's a setting in the app that we're using that has like echo cancellation, auto gain control and stuff. I don't know if that changed for you, but now I think if the music's not playing, your voice sounds much better.
Okay. Well, if you can still understand what I'm saying, then it's okay.
It sounds good now.
Okay. I guess it's the music then, but I like the music, so if you can still understand
I do
what I'm
too.
saying-
Well,
if you can still understand what I'm saying, we can still play the music and like I can talk. But of course you're gonna stop the music when I sing, so I don't know.
yes.
So.
And speaking of singing, would you like to sing now?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can sing now.
Okay, cool. I'll also join you too, and this one will be yours. You've been practicing it, and I'll enjoy listening, but I'll also play some songs later as well too. Bring out the guitar, bring out the keyboard. All right.
I'm gonna start. That song is popular, but maybe there's people who haven't heard about it, but it's such a great song. It is popular, but it's not, I guess, the most famous Ed Sheeran songs. So even if you hear it for the first time now, I hope you will really like it and it becomes one of your favorite, because it is one of my favorite ones, especially by Ed Sheeran. Okay, I'm gonna try and make it work, and I hope I don't mess up because I'm actually singing for the first time in life, which is like weird to think about. I guess everyone's ready. I'm ready too.
I think we're ready, and I think you'll do great too. It sounded awesome when you were rehearsing, so
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Oh, misty eye of the mountain below, keep careful watch of my brother's souls. And should the sky be filled with fire and smoke, keep watching over during suns. If this is the end in fire, then we should all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside. And if we should die tonight, then we should all die together. Watch the raise a glass of wine for the last time, calling out, Father, oh, prepare us, we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky. I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire blood in the breeze, and I hope that you remember me. Or should my people fall, then surely I'll do the same. Come finding mountain holes, we got too close to the flame, calling out, Father, oh, hold fast and we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky, and now I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire blood in the breeze, and I hope that you remember me. And if the night is burning, I will cover my eyes. For if the dark returns, then my brothers will die. And as the sky is falling down, it crashed into this lonely town. And with that shadow upon the ground, I hear my people screaming now. I see fire, yeah, inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire blood in the breeze. I see fire. Oh, you know I saw a city burning out. I see fire, feel the heat upon my skin. I see fire. Ooh, I see fire burn on the mountainside. Yay. Thank you so much. I hope you like it. I don't feel my hands. No joke. I don't feel my hands. Yeah. I really don't feel my hands. Should I be concerned? I really don't. Okay, the advert just started playing. I love YouTube. Oh, I actually don't feel my hands. I think it's the adrenaline. Whoa. I don't know if it happened to you.
I can still feel my hands, yes. But I very much enjoyed it, though. It was a wonderful performance. So thanks so much.
So much, and thanks everyone for listening.
Yes, thank you everybody for watching. I think there's 5 people watching right now. So thanks everybody for watching, Jorge and Chris, and everybody out there. I'm sure everybody enjoyed that, and I'm sure there'll be many more people who will watch in the future as well too, who will enjoy it a lot. So I'm honored to be with you, Rosmari, on your first time live streaming, and thank you so much for sharing with us. Beautiful song.
Thanks. Now I can stop. I start feeling my hands back, which is good. Thought I'd share the experience.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, perhaps once you get your hand feeling back, then at some point, I think you'll sing some more songs for us too. You have Enya that you've been playing around with, and maybe a couple other ones too that you've been practicing too.
Yes.
I think.
A couple others.
Cool.
And maybe we can sing even some more that we haven't even prepared for.
Yes. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, one of the things about this live streaming setup that I'm really excited about, and especially about collaborating with Rosmari about, and also all kinds of musicians out there. Like I know Chris is a musician. Chris plays, Chris Barnes, who's right in the chat. He actually made an Eden song, and yeah, he plays. I'm not sure if you met Chris yet, but he's been a teacher like it several times. He's a great community leader. So many great people in the community, and so many great musicians too. So Chris plays some music. I know Andrew plays music. Several other musicians in the community. Patrick. So with this new kind of live streaming setup that we've been pioneering here, we can, especially when we get our audio set up, then we can do so much more fun sharing music while we're also promoting people on Pomelo and Public Goods and so forth. And this is a wonderful start for it. All right, so I suppose now we can move on to maybe an intro to Pomelo. Perhaps I'll share my screen again and just show people where we're at in this agenda we have here. And perhaps while I'm doing it too, welcome. I see a couple new people joining too. Hope you're doing well. Feel free also to message us in the chat too if there's any songs you want us to play in particular. Oh, and great to see Andres too. Hey, JZA as well. Good to see you all. Once again, happy St. Pat's week. Hope everybody's enjoying their time. I'm going to play some songs in the background because I think that can work out well. I don't know if we played that one yet. This one's a fun one though. Also, I'm going to search for a Celtic song. There's a lot more Celtic songs which are quite related to it. Pretty soon I'll play a song too. Maybe I'll bring out the guitar or play a keyboard song. I've been playing some U2 songs. And yeah, I saw who else was in the chat. Do you see Rosmari? It looks like no.
I'm opening it as well.
Okay, cool. So Spanish speakers just arrived in the scene, Sapiens classes says, which is Jorge. So cool to see. And Andres waving. I don't know if you saw what Andres commented in the EOS chat, saying that he loves my mandolin. I have a mandolin over here. Unfortunately, it's not currently very playable, but I have it over here. And I can play it. I just had to tune it really. It sounds better if it's tuned. And yeah, but anyway, it's here. Check out Andre's mandolins because he's like a professional, like a really great mandolin player. He sells NFTs on Atomic Hub and also on OpenSea. So great that Andres is here. Pleasure, and thanks for joining. And Jayza as well. I don't know if Jayza plays music, but I know Jayza does great programming work, I think, and we've been hanging out at the Eden Fractal. So cool, 9 viewers. We just almost doubled the viewership here. I guess everybody's enjoying it. I hope so. So I suppose we'll get back into the topics of the show. We've been going for a while already, like a half hour. So perhaps we should start moving along a bit quicker to get to the topics so we're not going all night. So what else we have on the agenda today? So we discussed Happy St. Pat's. I think I'll share a bit of an intro to Pomelo, and perhaps if you want to jump in at any point, Rosmari, then of course feel free. And we'd love to hear your perspective too as a first-time Pomelo participant, and then we can show off your Pomelo grant about community stories, which maybe I'll just give a very quick preview here, and we'll get into it more. I encourage everybody to support Rosmari's grant on Pomelo, pomelo.io/community. Well, I suppose if you want to add anything here, Rosemary, you can, but I just wanted to show people a quick preview. And we did the first podcast. She interviewed me. It was an awesome podcast, awesome discussion. So thank you so much. We'll get more into that as well. Is there anything you want to share, Rosemary, before I get into the introduction to Pomelo for beginners?
Yeah, like just how awesome people in the community are in general. They're also welcoming, and I'm fairly new. I keep saying that, and I'll probably say it for the next 1 year. But yeah, I've been around for a month and 21 days. So yeah, everyone I've spoken to so far, they're just so lovely human beings. And also, I've never really raised anything for myself based on my own, I guess, work. That I just had an idea and then I made it into reality. And then there's that platform that people can actually see my work and donate if they wanted to. And that's awesome. It's the first time I'm doing something like that. And I feel very proud of myself. And I want to thank everyone who has donated so far. And I can't wait till I see what everyone else's idea turned into reality looks like. And yeah, I just want to support everyone really, because I think we're on a great path. That's what I want to say for now.
Excellent. Well, thanks for sharing, and I completely agree. We're on a great path, and it's very exciting. And I suppose while we're on the Fractal app, once again, I mean, for people who have been following along with the Eden Fractal meetings and watching your shows on Pomelo and so forth, then people know you. But for anybody who's just tuning in, once again, thrilled to join the community, and a very warm welcome. And thanks for sharing the great speech as well. Very touching. And also a good example, too, for people who are new to Pomelo. So for people who aren't familiar with Pomelo Grant, you can support exciting projects that you love. So it is a crowdfunding platform, as the music goes way too loud. And perhaps I'll share this screen to make it big so people can see what we're talking about here. So this is at pomelo.io. You can see there's over 100 different grant creators here, people who are creating grants for public goods. Public goods are things that help everybody, basically. They're non-rivalrous, non-excludable, basically free and publicly accessible. So there's a matching pool of about $170,000 worth of EOS for this season. This is the 5th season, and you can scroll down on pomelo.io and see many great projects like EOS Nigeria with Willow. We'll go through more of these, and these are the projects that we'll be allocating the 300 EOS to. I'm going to be giving away about 200 EOS today, and I think Rosemary's going to be giving away about 100 EOS. So you can see all kinds of cool things like technical developments and shows from Stefan and NFT projects and trading tools and all sorts of stuff. We'll go into more in detail. If people aren't familiar with it, I'd recommend, one, you can check out the Medium article and Medium blog from Pomelo. They have all sorts of languages and NFTs and great articles, and they also have a great YouTube channel too on the EOS Nation channel, where you can check out Pomelo shorts, which are done by Andrew Ware, who's also a great musician in the community. And you can check out there's 4 videos that explain what is Pomelo, what's a public good, what's quadratic funding, and how to create a grant. The next season will be coming up in a few months, and everybody can apply. I encourage everybody to follow Rosemary's lead. She hadn't heard about EOS and Web3 and all this stuff at all until about 2 months ago when she joined the Eden meeting, and now she's over here raising funding on Pomelo, sharing public goods and helping inspiring people. It looks like you're going to say something there, Rosemary. I couldn't see, but I'm just making it bigger right now.
I have heard about Web3 like before 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
My apology. You hadn't heard about EOS before 3 months ago, right?
Yeah, no, for sure not. And Web3, I knew that it was just like up and rising, as well, like in crypto and all those touchy subjects. but I haven't really delved into them. But it was something that it was just like of interest, but I guess it just found me in a way. Maybe I manifested it. Who knows? So yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, yep, sounds good. And I suppose you did manifest it by joining our meeting and saying hello and being very curious about it. So, and yeah, it's really also leading the way because most people don't know about Web3, but everybody needs Web3. Web3 provides everybody with more independence, provides everybody with amazing experiences and opportunities and so forth. So, seeing people like you who are new to EOS and relatively new to Web3, but really getting into it, and also can help lead with your voice, sharing songs, and help people enjoy it. That's really helpful. And I encourage everybody out there watching to check out Pomelo and check out EOS and Web3 and all the cool things that people are doing. It's really, really helpful stuff. And big shout out once again to the Pomelo team and also Andrew Ware for creating this video. Of course, you can listen with the sound on it and you can understand it better there. I'll put the links in the show notes. And then I'll just move on to the next topics here. So here we have this over here. Once again, you can check out what's a public good in quadratic funding. Basically, quadratic funding enables people to multiply their contributions. So if you just give one EOS to, say, my grant, I have a grant called Eden Creators that I'll show you a little bit, or Rosmari's grant, Community Stories, or many other people in the community like I showed you before, then those get multiplied every donation that people share, and people get a larger share of the matching pool. It's pioneered by Gitcoin and some great builders like Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum. So everybody can learn there, but then again, some of our audience is probably people who are very familiar, so I won't bore you too much if you already know all about Pomelo, but you can check it out here. You can also check out some great testimonials from community members who are gaining funding and are gaining having a great opportunity to promote and share their work on the EOS Nation YouTube channel, as well as pitch sessions too. So after we made our Pomelo grants, perhaps I should show mine too, because we showed Rosemary's a little bit, and I'm really excited about the Eden Creators grant too, and I encourage everybody to support the Eden Creators grant. I've been working quite a bit on raising more funding for Eden Creators. I've mostly been volunteering for like something like 80 hours a week lately for a long time to help people cooperate with consensus games, basically. I'll go more into details with this later, but basically, yeah, I think that funding can really help people like Rosemary and myself and so many other people in the community building great public goods for all, so that's super helpful. But anyway, I'll get to that more later. I was just showing you rapid fire pitch sessions, and we also pitched our Pomelo pitches, Pomelo grants, so we shared why it's so helpful and why people should fund it and so forth. We did a few of those this week, so people who create their grants, it's one, a way to get funding, and then two, to get the word out about what you're doing in the community. I started to put together an article here at edencreators.com/Pomelo that certainly needs a lot more work, and I'll be working on this more, especially when I get more funding to be able to pay people to help set these websites up. I have lots of websites on edencreators.com, and I also did the first couple episodes of Fractal Apple, although it's not loading right now, on Pomelo. So yeah, people can check out all the links in the description to learn more. And I suppose you've seen a bit about my grant and Rosemary's grant. I suppose we could go more into detail about these now, or we could also share a little bit of an introduction to Eden as well. That's on the agenda pretty soon. Oh, here's also, by the way, the Fractal Apple 2 that I shared. And also thanks Rosemary too for inspiring me to make this into more of a story. I was thinking of just throwing it out there, but I like that we have a story now, and we had a story back in this one where you can check out me sing some Christmas songs and so forth. I'm looking forward to doing lots more stories and musical journeys while we support people on Pomelo.
Totally, and whoever's watching, if you can put your comment in the chat, maybe what you thought about the intro video, because we kind of went on around there to see how we do the Irish accent and how we can like just make it sound really great and really Irish. So I do have a video as well that I made with my Irish accent, which I'm sure you can't wait to see. But I'm just interested to see to hear what you think about the intro video as well. If you can leave a comment in the chat, that'd be fun to watch and discuss.
Yes, absolutely. There have been some fun comments in the chat that I just saw there too, and yeah, I encourage everybody to share your thoughts about the story. We both went to learn a bit about um, a bit about learning how to speak with an Irish accent. We were watching some videos. By the way, we've also recorded a lot of other videos, so maybe we'll share them too. We recorded when we were trying to learn Irish and so forth, and then both of us had some fun sharing a story and doing with an Irish accent. And I spent a little bit of time also putting the video together too to make it quite a mythic experience, if you will. I also saw Chris is smiling about the Eden song, and thanks for the shout out. You're welcome, of course, and thank you for joining and all that you're doing. Amazing work. And Andres saying, Barnes, I remember helping you create that collection. So it's cool. And apparently Andres Palmer purchased the Eden song on Atomic Hub. So great to see it all coming full circle and everybody joining in the chat. Yeah, feel free to share any other messages in the chat. If you have any Irish song requests, perhaps. Andres, it'd be cool if you could maybe join, or Chris, I mean, in the future, I mean, even potentially now, if you want to join and share a song with us, I could share the link to this this stream thing. So if anybody wants to, if any talented musician want to join, I think this, I mean, there could be tech issues perhaps, but so maybe it's best to test it in advance. But also there's a lot of potential here. We can just invite people to share words and share their thoughts and so forth. So yeah, it's great to see all this. Andres is a wicked musician. I completely agree. And oh, you bought one of his song clips. Okay, cool. So Chris bought one of his song clips, and Chris's NFTs are still on sale for the Eden song, I think. So better get them while they're hot, I suppose. And they are a classic, talking about more equal animals and much more. Cool. Any thoughts, Rosmari, or shall we get back to the topics on the agenda?
Let's get back to the topics.
Sounds good. We will do that. I suppose I'll put back on a little bit of Yonder Hill and Dale. Maybe I'll play a song a little while too.
Yeah.
But first, we'll share. What's that?
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't played many songs lately, or haven't played guitar much lately, so I'm really looking forward to it. And maybe playing some keyboard. I suppose first we could share a little of an introduction. So I think we gave a pretty good introduction to Pomelo for everybody out there, and of course we can do more in the future as well. But for now, I think that's pretty sufficient, and I will get back to sharing. I thought I had shared my screen already, but I didn't. So yeah, check out the other Fractal Apple episodes as well. The first one's kind of a mess. I kind of put it out with Creator Talk, but the second one I think was really quite good, and we played some Christmas songs, and it was a really fun time. Check out the community stories and the Eden Creators Grants. I suppose if there's anything else you want to add there, Rosmari, I think maybe I'll save my pitch for Eden Creators Grant later. I mean, people can check out edencreators.com and explore the videos on my YouTube channel, on the Eden Creators YouTube channel. We're posting all the different videos, all sorts of different videos from Eden Creators. Actually, you saw it right here before. Publishing, in addition to the Fractal Apple and community stories, we also have Eden Fractal videos from every week, where you can see lots of amazing progress in the Eden Fractal. By the way, for anybody who's new to Eden and Eden Fractal, well, there's the Eden on EOS elections that have been going for about 2 years. They happen every 3 months. And then there's the Eden Fractal meetings that happen every Wednesday at 15:30 UTC. I also host something called the Eden Town Hall as well. So we've been having excellent meetings, and we just had our 41st Eden Fractal meeting. And in addition to on the Eden Creators YouTube channel, you can also check out all these too. I also have a show called Creator Talk with a great episode with the DOS, and there's much more you can see here. But in addition to that, one of the places I recommend people go to is edenfractal.com/videos. I know this music is really intense now too, so good thing we're going to be moving here as the momentum builds. Yeah, so if you check out edenfractal.com/videos, I've been making show notes. Pretty detailed show notes for all the cool stuff or lots of cool stuff at least is going on in the community, because there's people like Jorge who are joining pretty much every week. Jay's is joining often. I have to fix these pictures a little bit because their size. I'm trying to make the website. Okay.
We're having some technical issues, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. So you were saying
Yes, I was.
what we were doing here, basically.
Yes.
with the sizing and everything. Like you're gonna make it like you're trying to figure out the website and things like the sizing of the pictures and things like that.
Yes, sounds good. Thank you for the reminder. And yeah, sorry, my apologies for the video. I've actually never had that error before, and in all the times that we tested it, never had this error come up where I just kept splitting out. But that's how it goes sometimes, so we'll fix that for the future. But yeah, if you check out these, you can check out show notes for each of these. So in addition to the videos, you could check out a little description and more detailed show notes with some stories. I've been writing stories about cool things that people are doing in the community. For example, Tadas is an amazing builder who's building something called Firmament and Albedo, and Jorge shared a great inspiring comment about emergent missions too. So if you scroll down through here, you can see, for example, learn about the Firmament project. Tadas also, he has a Pomelo grant called Albedo, which you can learn more about, and we'll show that soon. I suppose we'll move faster soon. And then we also have a story about Pomelo grants too. So I created a Eden Fractal collection for to promote the great work of many great builders in the Eden Fractal community. So in addition to Rosmari and myself and to Das and Jorge, there's also I think 11 other grants in here too. So you can see a bit more in this story and learn more there. And we've also been having some fun at the end of episodes too, wearing hats and so forth. And we've been playing agendas and so forth. There's so much to say really, but I just want to give you a little bit of idea because that's where Rosmari and I met. She joined a Eden Fractal meeting about 7 weeks ago, and then she has enjoyed it a lot, and it's been a great way for collaboration both between Rosmari and myself, and I know Vlad's met Matthias, and so many other people have met so many great builders. I've met so many people and have had such great experiences. My life totally changed with Eden Fractal, met Chris, met Jayza, met Jorge, met all the people in the chat basically, brought together by Eden. It's incredibly a helpful tool, technology, and community, and I encourage everybody to check out Eden in addition to Pomelo. I'm seeing more messages in the chats too. Pop open the Lucky Charm cereal. Yes, Jayza, you could do that. Also, I traditionally had a very bad Irish accent. I was never good at Irish accents. I didn't know how to do it, but now I'm getting a little bit better at it. You could say I know how to speak Irish now. Would you say that, Rosmari? Do you know how to speak it in the Irish tongue?
Sorry, what?
I was asking you if you know how to speak in the Irish tongue, Rosmari.
Oh, I'm trying. Sorry, what?
You can't hear me, or what?
Yeah, I'm trying. That's what we're saying.
Oh, because you're trying to wear the hat. Yeah, we also had another issue too for anybody who's wondering. Our hats are too small for our headphones. We're in headphones. I struggled to get this on, and she was trying it. Now it looks like you're on a phone. But yeah, I was asking.
I can't hear you.
I was just. Okay, I was just asking. I was just playing around. I was asking if you know how to speak Irish. I know you do because I heard that, and I encourage everybody to watch the end of the episode too, because we have in the beginning you heard me do a voiceover and tell a story in an Irish accent, and at the end you can hear Rosmari tell a story for the outro as well.
Correct.
So yeah, I was just joking around about that.
Where's your hat?
The hats are here. Oh, so Yo was asking where the hats and costumes. So I mean, this is kind of green, and I think it works well. I've been over here in my cabin too, so it's difficult to get all the costumes out here, you might say. But thanks Yo for joining, and Highlanders, absolutely, Marco, great to see you. Marco's also another great builder. We'll feature his grant. Yeah, one of the things I was mentioning was that we have the Eden Fractal Pomelo Grand Collection, and a collection is like where you can feature many different grants in one spot. So we'll share that. There's also Eden ones too. I think that maybe a Dania team started one, so I should feature that a little bit too. And then Chris said, not sure how hard this would be, but I'd love to hear a duet from you two. Maybe you need to pre-record.
Maybe we can try.
We could try. Yeah, we could try for sure. By the way, Rosmari, I don't know if you saw, but I sent you a message in Telegram asking if your settings were set in a certain way. So maybe you could check that because that might help us, because I'm not playing the music most of the time because it still cuts off your voice. And I imagine the same thing might happen if we try to sing a duet. So I don't know if that'll fix it, but if you want to check that out, then maybe that would help. And then, yeah, we did try to do that, Chris. We were trying to do that the other day, and there was a bit of latency with the cables going underneath the ocean or whatever happens there with the internet. But we can definitely try, though. But I suppose first I can get back to sharing some of the stuff that we were sharing. Oh, yeah, sharing stuff about Eden Fractal. So... Okay, and also I'm hearing that my voice links and that my lips are still not syncing, so apologies for that. We'll get these tech issues resolved soon. And in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about Eden and so forth. Yeah, so people could check out, as I was saying, edenfractal.com/videos, and that's been one of my main initiatives over the past few months. That I see like people doing such helpful work at these Eden Fractal meetings, and I want to help curate it. So I encourage everybody to support both the Eden Creators Grant, to support my creating of these kinds of show notes, and everybody who you read about here. You can read about show notes from Marco in the 39th week. Rosmari made a topic presentation, a topic proposal about agendas, or a topic proposal about Notion, and while we were playing agendas and how we could use the Notion tool to learn or to cooperate better as a community. You can read articles here, and you can see Marco was in the chat talking about Highlanders. He recently put together an overview of the EOS network and a timeline on w3briefs.com where you can watch him share this. And Jorge was here too. He recently fracked the Eden Fractal code along with Jeza and many other great community leaders in the Spanish-speaking Fractal. So there's a little update. The show could perhaps also be a little bit more formatted and structured. We're kind of in a rush trying to get this out here and so forth. So in future shows we'll have it more prepared and so forth. But we do have an agenda and we're refining over time. So hope everybody's enjoying. Once again, this is the Fractal Apple, and we're going to give away 300 EOS to public good creators. So perhaps we could start doing that shortly. But I suppose first I'd be curious, Rosmi, if you have any thoughts about that and your experience about Eden in general. I mean, I know you already shared some about like joining the community and so forth, and also joining and having a Pomelo pitch, and you shared it in the Pomelo grant, of course, too, and in the community stories video. But I'd be curious if you have any words you'd like to share about, the Eden community and also the consensus games that we're playing to cooperate and so forth. Is there anything you'd like to share? Or any other thoughts on your mind before we go on to the next topics?
About the consensus games. Yeah, they're just great fun, and just a great way for people to cooperate, and provides that ease of structure. And I wish I had that when I was little, or even when I was growing up. Like, this is the first time I've seen that as a way to actually come to a consensus, like a group of people to actually work together. And also the games that we play, where we rank each other based on each other's contributions for the past week. That's as well, and then get rewards for it. That's just brilliant. Because it gets you motivated, it gets you well connected. You can listen to the other person's story and what they've been through for the past week, what they've worked on, and just cooperate together, and also then discuss important topics and vote for whatever is the most important at the moment to be discussed. So that's key for a community to cooperate. And it gets, like, at the moment I know how everyone thinks in a way, although we are like more than usually around 20 or so people come in at the weekly meetings. Not every time are the same people, so they mix and match. But I could say, like, I've talked to everyone and I know how everyone feels in a way, and because there's that safety space or safety net where everyone can drop their ideas and then discuss them. So I wish I had this game type of consensus reaching agreement configuration in my in every community that I participated in, because that's how we share, and that's how we can grow, really. Otherwise, there's so many times that I just don't know how people think, and we are supposed to work together. We are supposed to create something. But if there's not a way to, or a place where we can actually share our thoughts, then everything just slows down. So having found that space, in Fractal, and just is a game changer. So that's why I've decided to devote my time to it and just know that I'm going on the right path, in the right direction. I think I went a bit over, but anyway.
No, that was excellent. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for adding details. I think the details are super, super helpful. So thank you for telling your story about it. I think that story can and will inspire many more people to join, and that's really one of the main things we need to do. In addition to sharing good times and sharing fun music and so forth, we need to help people understand the helpful tools and games and ways that people can cooperate better. And you joining and then also speaking on a live stream like this and creating the podcast and all these different things, this helps people learn and get inspired to empower their communities and learn how they can cooperate better and enjoy their time and meet amazing people with consensus games. So thank you very much for sharing. I encourage everybody to join the Eden Fractal meetings every Wednesday at 15:30 UTC. You can just join for a little bit. We also play 2 games there, Agendas and Eden plus Fractal, for about 2.5 hours or so, but people can just join and pop in a little bit if they want, as well as the Eden Town Hall and many other events going on in the community where you can meet Rosmari, myself, and many other amazing builders, many builders who have been in the chats. Marco saying Eden Fractal seems to onboard Web3 mindset a lot faster than the Telegram chats. That is correct. We also have some questions. So yeah, well, first off, Marco, I agree. People get to know each other a lot faster when they're actually speaking on video calls. And then, do you see the comments now, Rosmi? Did you get that loaded?
I do. Chris has asked where I'm based. And the answer is I'm based in Mexico at the moment, in Playa del Carmen. And but actually this week I'll be moving. I'll be moving to London, where I'm usually based in. But then I'm gonna be moving again from London this next month to another place. So I'll be going around the world. We're fellow travelers. All right, Dan?
That's right, Rosmari. Traveling the world.
Traveling the world.
Going from place to place.
Yes.
Living a mythic story. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, thanks for the questions, Chris. I love to see all the engagement too, and thanks Marco and Yo and everybody. Yo also put it in a different way too, saying right in front of your mic. So that's also correct. Also correct understanding as well. So thank you, Yo, for clarifying that for us all.
Yo.
And yeah, another thing I wanted to share too, while Rosmari was talking about Eden Fractal and joining recently. So one of the things we've been working on together, in addition to the community stories and the Fractal app and all these things, is welcome guide too. So that's something that we've been working on for a while. We have a very early draft article here that's welcome people into Eden Fractal, because we're building all these things as we go, and a lot of it's quite new. Well, people have questions when they join. They're like, how do I play? How does this work? And so forth. And so we're kind of making the instructions as we go. So I've been working to put together an article and collaborating with Rosmari on this, as well as Vlad and several other great builders in the community, where you can learn a bit more about Eden Fractal. And this is, once again, edenfractal.com/welcome. And this will be updated more soon, but you can find details like, I mentioned 2 different consensus games, Agendas, welcome to EOS Mexico. Which stripe of the rainbow goes from Mexico to London? Hey, that's a good question, Marco. Which stripe does go from Mexico to London? I think that'd be a big rainbow. I don't know if rainbows go that far, actually, to be honest about it. But yeah, basically here on edenfractal.com/welcome, you can see, maybe I'll make us big so we can see us bigger as well. But yeah, you can see lots of different consensus games and FAQ and so forth. A couple ones I quickly highlight is Eden Fractal. Basically, we go into breakout rooms and you meet 6 people in the room or 5 people in the room, and then you play a game where you give each other respect. You see what people are doing to help the community, help each other, and then you also elect delegates to help make leaders that form councils. Really cool stuff. And then there's also Agendas, where we create topics each week where people can propose topics, propose things to discuss, make proposals to the community, and then people can vote on it. So these are the consensus games that we're working on sharing. We've been doing these both for past 3 months or 4 months. We've been doing Eden Fractal for like 9 months or so, and Rosemary's also been helping to create a welcome guide too. So actually, well, one thing I can mention here too is we actually just went to another kind of Fractal meeting hosted by Douglas. So Douglas is a member of the Antelope and EOS community who's been, well, he's a musician as well, but he's been hosting, he's been building Aquarius Academy with spiritual teachings, and there's all sorts of blog articles and videos and so forth. Rosemary's been working with Douglas for a while. He's actually how we met. Douglas introduced Rosemary to Eden Fractal, so big shout out and thank you to Douglas. And then we joined his meeting today where he's hosting the Aquadac. So actually I don't have the link up right now. I think I put it somewhere over here, but I can find it. But basically there's many more communities who are using these kinds of consensus games now, and so I encourage everybody to join. And basically the way that this works is that we are each setting rebirth goals. Like my goal is to play more music. Rosemary's goal is to build her Rosemary digital marketing brand and so forth. And then we're playing the consensus games there. So it's really cool to see this spread out. We also have the Spanish speaking Fractal, the Korean Eden, the Eden on EOS community, so many others. There's also the Alien Worlds community who is building Fractal games. Is one of the biggest blockchain or Web3 games, and Dwayne's doing great work too. So I just figured I'd give you a high level overview, and then you could check out the welcome guide. So one of the people who joined the Aquadac meeting today was Space Wrangler Joe. Shout out to Joe, who's been joining the meetings lately for Eden Fractal, and he also joined the Aquadac meeting today, and he shared a goal to help the world basically. I spoke with Joe at the last Eden Fractal meeting, and he said how Rosemary's welcome guide had been very helpful for him, and it actually inspired him to put together some welcome guide resources as well. Of course, by the way, Rosemary, we talked about before, if you want to share your screen and go through any of this, then feel free if you'd like to, or if you'd like to add anything about it. I just figured I'd give people a quick overview of some of the things you were sharing about EOS account creation and background about EOS and Eden Fractal and so forth. This is still in progress. We've mostly been focusing on these other things now, but figured I'd show a little bit more of the things that we've been collaborating on, and how this is an ongoing process where we're welcoming people in, making more great content to help everybody understand these great games and systems to create more public goods and share great experiences. Anything you'd like to add, or shall I proceed? Oh, looks like Rosemary's joining from another thing with OBS. I'm a bit confused. I don't hear you right now.
Oh, I think that's me trying to share the screen. But then I gave up on the idea. But now maybe I can.
Oh, okay. Well, sure thing. I can just speak like an Irish man and hold you over some time. I'll hold you over some time while you look for the screen to share. I'll just go back to my log cabin over here, or maybe I'll keep on sharing my screen because we have been going for an hour now or so.
Yeah,
So,
I think
okay.
I give up on the idea because I think it would be better if you keep sharing your screen, but then you zoom in on the welcome guide, and I can just briefly touch it.
Sounds good.
And I don't know why
Sounds great.
other obvious is not disappearing.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to remove it, but that's where your sound is. So I don't know how we had it before, but if I remove it from the stream, then we can't hear you, I think. So like right now, if you try to talk, no, we can't hear you now.
Yeah. What
So
is that?
I guess we could just keep the OBS logo on as well. I don't know what happened there. We had it where that wasn't happening before, but that's what it is now, I guess.
Okay.
Everybody enjoy the OBS logo. Great open source software. Also public good.
Would you be able to zoom in on the welcome guide, please?
Yeah, you want me to make it bigger
Yeah.
like this?
Yes. Okay. So, yeah, I know and I can't wait till we get to the actual EOS Pomelo grants review, and I'll be very quick. So this welcome guide I put together for a couple of hours, so it's still a work in progress. But what I'm aiming to do here is just to act as a guide for any new welcomers, and I've put in a few topics such as just providing a bit of background, how to create an account, the mission of Eden Fractal, the communication, so all the Telegram channels, tools that are being used at the moment, what's best, how to join the actual, let's say, a meeting if it's a brand new person that they stumbled upon this guide, and also in general, some really cool resources and links that people can familiarize themselves even before joining the either fractal meeting or wherever they decide to go, and just events and current integrations and connections, all about EOS and EOS support and how they can best navigate in this space as a new welcomer. So I'm glad that I've had positive feedback so far, and I'll be working more on that. But my idea is, as a like a bit of a longer vision, that other communities would have their own welcome guide, and maybe they will have their processes laid out, so that even if we want to, let's say, jump to another community quick and see what they're up to, we can read, and there's like this point of reference, such as a welcome guide, where everyone can just go and read even before they join the meeting, or after, if they would like to stay. So that way we can as well share practices and just learn from each other as communities and cooperate more. But yeah, I've started with Eden Fractal's welcome guide.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing the overview of the welcome guide, as well as all the great work in the welcome guide. And very much looking forward to the next steps. And I agree that having it for all communities will be really, really helpful. So more coming soon there. And on edenfractal.com/welcome, neat guide. The Rose Stripe Marie is what Yo is saying. I don't know what he means by that. The Rose Stripe Marie? How come he's saying stripe there? Because the rainbow stripe? He's being quite clever actually. Yo is being quite clever. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I did understand.
Do you get that?
I think so, yes.
Maybe it was just me being slow. Okay, well anyway, way to go, Yo.
Thank you
for sharing.
The comment.
Yes,
I'll soon be sharing it with
thanks, Marco.
everyone. I mean, I would be, for sure, yes.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. And yeah, we talked about Aquadac, and so people can watch Douglas's recent presentation from this new one here, as well as what we talked about Pomelo Grants with Marco and stuff. But anyway, we've been going on for kind of a while, so these are just ones I had in here. Also, big shout out to Chris and Waxer2, who have EdenElections.com, which they put together. It's a way, this is the quarterly elections, but we won't go on that too much right now. There's so many great things to talk about in future episodes, but just want to give a quick shout out basically to all these great builders. And I suppose with that, it's probably good we've been over an hour, so I think it's probably good to get into the grants. We showed a high level overview of some of them, but I think maybe what might be best is if we show a little bit of an introduction to the Eden Fractal Pomelo grant, and also when we all just go Eden Fractal Pomelo collection rather. So Pomelo has a section, in addition to going to the grants, you can go to collections where people can curate different grants or different types of grants and put it all together in one spot. So like Denny is sharing developer collection, NFT art. There is a language of EOS from Jesse and the Bees. So there's a lot of really great stuff here that people can see. And one of the ones that I made, speaking of Eden Fractal, and I think that there's another one here from the Adania team too, if I can find it briefly. I don't actually see it, but I think if people look for it, they can find more about Eden and about Pomelo and so forth that we learned. Yeah, Eden Layer 1 picks, Eden Fractal. So this is one that I just created to support the builders in the Eden Fractal community. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of great builders who join these meetings. There was, I don't know, 18 people in last meeting or something like that, 17 or something like that. And there's new people who join all the time. So we have 15 people, or 15 grants rather, here. So I'm going to be certainly donating some of my 200 EOS today to the grants here. We have Patrick from Nova Crypto and the EOSBs, and this intro song again is playing once again. And this one sounds nice. So yeah, MindWeb, EOSBs, Zeos, they're building the Zeos Fractal. Jorge is building the Spanish Fractal. Lenny is doing recaps each week and recapping Eden Fractal and Eden. Marco is doing w3briefs.com. He's been making articles for years, and now he's curating into nice timelines and great ways you can see it. Eden Creators Grand, EOS Turkey YouTube channel, Albedo. Mentioned that before. Tadasa doing amazing work. Pascal is doing great work with the Algori and also the ECB, which is a school for consensus blockchain in French. And also Evgeny is doing great work with the Like EOS Russian community, hosting YouTube channel and Telegram chats and community stories. I suppose maybe, and we can click on each of these and just share how much we're going to support and so forth. And then after Eden Fractal collection, we can go through all the other ones as well. But I suppose we still haven't really given a big introduction to community stories or Eden creators yet. So what do you think, Rosmari? Do you think that we should maybe introduce us a bit more? Would you like to maybe introduce your show formally with community stories? I know you mentioned it before, but is there anything else you want to add or tell people about or anything like that? Or should we just get on to the other ones?
I'll do a 30-second pitch. I'm joking.
Okay, sounds good.
It's just
You're used to that.
intro. Yeah, as well. I started practicing my pitches now, thanks to Pomelo. And I think I'm getting really good at it. So, this is a community stories. It's an exciting show that aims to bring communities and the stories of communities told by my guests closer to the listener's heart and their minds as well. And the topics that we discuss widely is the Web3 possibilities, innovation, games used as a consensus. And I do have some guests lined up already, and my first show is out. It's with Dancing Joy, and thanks so much for everyone that supported. And the next guests coming up are Eric, who's the founder of Center for Governance in Alien Worlds and the FAA Art Fractal, and Douglas is the founder of Aquarius Academy and CXC. So it's the 30 seconds are gone now, but the mission is to create great discussions that support communities and inspire collaborations in Web3. That's a bit about it in a nutshell.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. No need to feel rushed, by the way. If you do want to add anything more, this is our show to take more time if you'd like to promote it more. But and also I want to show people too the episode. That's Rosmari did some great video editing here too, where you can see some cool clips here. I encourage everybody to join this on the Eden Creators YouTube channel, and she also put some timestamps here too, so we can jump around the timestamps to watch it. It was a huge pleasure doing this interview with you, and I'm very honored to be your first guest. So thanks so much, Rosmari, for the interview and doing this with me and all the great work so far. I'm very excited about it, and I'm very excited for future community stories, and those episodes with Douglas and with Eric will be great. And I know you met Eric through Eden Fractal.
Yes, I met Eric through Eden Fractal, as well as so many other people who are just amazing, and there's so much variety to choose from as guests, and that's only the beginning. And Douglas is actually, I've met Douglas through in my first house as an Airbnb. It was a shared Airbnb with a communal area 5 months ago when I just came in Mexico. So that's how I met Douglas, and then he introduced me to where he's going every Wednesday. But I didn't really join 5 months ago, I just joined now. And I just randomly asked him again, like, where are you going again on Wednesdays? 10:30 UTC. And then, because my background is in tech and marketing, so I just love innovation, and I'm so glad that I found Web3. And thanks for creating Eden Fractal, because we wouldn't have met otherwise. It's great.
That's true. We would not have met. Thank you very much for joining Eden Fractal, and thanks also everybody who's been joining the Eden Fractal meetings and the Eden meetings in general. Standing on the shoulders of giants in many ways, and people say it takes a village. Like there's, everybody who's joining is doing immensely helpful work by being there, and also by all the great things that they're doing outside throughout the week and sharing their contributions. And thank you very much, Rosmari, for everything you're doing so far. And yeah, my audio went out a little bit before, so at the risk of repeating myself, I just want to say thanks again, and I'm very much looking forward to community stories. And once again, I encourage everybody to support too, so you can go to pomelo.io. Anybody can do this too, by the way. I think they're working with credit cards soon, but right now you have to have EOS, but if you have an EOS account, you can set it up easily, and it's easy to set it up, and then you can hit add to cart, go to your cart here, and then you can pick how much EOS to donate to a different grant. And there should be like a trust bonus here too, maybe just because I'm not logged in, you don't see it. But like basically if you donate 1 EOS, then she'll get much more than 1 EOS worth, because there's a much bigger pool of matching, and the more contributors. Right now she has 20. If she gets 30, then each EOS will be worth even more too. So encourage everybody to support Rosmari's grant, as well as everybody else in the Eden Fractal Pomelo grant, as well as everybody else on the Pomelo platform. I mean, just check them out. At least most of them are quite good, quite builders. There's some random ones in there, but most of them are very good. And then I can also speak a bit about Eden Creators too, but I see it looks like you're going to say something, Rosmari. Was you going to add something there?
Yeah, I just wanted to say if you would like to make it full screen, maybe,
Yes, sounds good.
so we can see better. Great.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I suppose I'll share a bit about Eden Creators now too. I shared a brief introduction before, but yeah, so one of the reasons why I wanted to do this stream is to help support our grants too. Like, we want to support all the great builders in the community, but also Rosmari and myself, we're also volunteering a lot and doing a lot of really helpful work. And the world needs to fund people who are building great things, and the EOS community and many other communities can greatly benefit by funding the grants that we're sharing here. So this is Eden Creators. I've been working around the clock for a long time, helping people cooperate with these kinds of consensus games. I showed this before a bit, but I'll show you again because I think I look at this every day many times. But EdenCreators.com, I showed you the videos, also host events every week, and I showed you the EdenFractal.com/videos where you can see a lot of what the cool stuff we're doing and the cool builders. In addition to that, I'm also creating all sorts of other cool videos every week too. And I wrote a lot of this last time. I hadn't had a chance to really rewrite much of it, but there's a lot of links to different articles or different playlists about Eden Fractal and originals and Creator Talk podcast. Maybe I'll show a little bit of that too to give people a little idea. I actually had a Pomelo grant for Creator Talk and Eden Town Hall that didn't get approved because apparently I used the word Creator Talk and Eden Town Hall in the Pomelo grant, and sometimes the Pomelo team tends to be a little bit picky, and I didn't have a chance to update it. But anyway, huge thanks to Pomelo anyway, and in future seasons I'll have the Eden Talk, or rather the Eden Town Hall Pomelo grants, as well as the Creator Talk Show. This is another podcast that I host, so I've only had the chance to do one episode so far. There's been a lot of constraints due to lack of funding, but when I get more funding on Pomelo and from other sources, then it will allow me to make more great shows, to be able to collaborate and do more Fractal Apples, keep on upping our production game, and share shows like this, which is Creator Talk, which is a new show about creativity, collaboration, and more, where you can check out the first episode with Das about Eden plus Fractal, which is the consensus game that we play every week at Eden Fractal. So you can learn much more creatortalk.show, and you can learn a lot more about the Das too. There's show notes for a lot of these as well, so you can learn there, as well as a little introduction to the show that I share there. So this one didn't get approved for this season, this show, a bit of a bummer, but you can support Eden Creators to support more of these and see more cool stuff going on here. And then there's also, in addition, well, I mean, first off, I won't go on too long. I feel like I'm taking a bit more than 30 seconds like Rosmari did. But yeah, there's a bunch of events you can join. I mentioned the Eden Town Hall a few times too. I encourage people to just go to these grants and read them, because we're just giving a high-level overview here, and we have a lot more grants to promote too, so we don't want to hang on our ones for too long. But there's really so much going on with both community stories and with Eden Creators, and also with the Eden Town Hall and other ones that we're going to be sharing soon. So I encourage everybody to check out these pages and read them closely, and learn about what we're doing, and feel free to reach out too. It shows how we're going to be using the funding, and I suppose while we're here too, I put quite a bit of work into the Eden Town Hall one this year too. So I've been hosting Eden Town Hall events every Sunday at 16 UTC, for the past it's at pomelo.io/grand/townhall, not /Eden Town Hall. That's why I got the 404 error there. But I've been hosting, in addition to hosting the Eden Fractal events for the past 40 weeks or so, I've also been hosting the Eden Town Hall events for the past 42 weeks now, and everybody's welcome to join. It's a collaborative show, so if you want to support the Eden Town Hall, please support the Eden Creators Grant, as well as many of the builders in the Eden Fractal collection who join it pretty often, as well as many other great builders. But you can learn a bit more about Eden Town Halls here, and also what we're going to do with the funding. I'm making a big push to get more funding, aiming to raise a lot of funding from different network participants like the Eden and so forth, who can really benefit from helping us grow our team and create more great content. For example, you can check out our interview with Haifa over here, the Haifa team, and we got some really cool stuff coming along the line. But anyway, I think I won't hang on mine because there's so many other great grants to show now. So if anybody has any, I'm saying if anybody has any comments, I should check back at the comment thing too. I see. Okay, cool. So I'm getting my gatherings together. Rosmari, any thoughts, or shall we get on to the Pomelo collection and also the wider Pomelo? We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes, so we could start doing our donations and so forth. What do you think?
Yes, but can you first sing a song?
Yes, I can. Good point. I did not think about that. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder.
As always.
All right. What shall I sing? You have any ideas?
No. Does anyone have any ideas?
I have some ideas.
Okay.
So I was singing, so last Fractal I sang a bunch of songs, and this one I've just been talking the whole time. We're talking and listening, basically. But really I want to play more. It's a great thing to play music, isn't it? It's a great thing to play music. You hit the strings and it makes the sounds people enjoy. So, I think maybe I'll play a song by U2. I did not rehearse it. I did not have time to rehearse much, but I did play it a couple times, so I guess it's kind of rehearsal. So I'm just pulling up some chords here. And we also still have a little bit of background music too, which I think is kind of nice. And maybe I'll put a little reverb around there too. Yeah, in the future I want to do much more like informal, kind of just playing around with these songs as we go. So I think that will be really, really neat to maybe do these streams once a week or something. That was the original plan for the Fractal Apple, to do shows every week, and perhaps we can do that sometime soon and invite all sorts of great musicians on here and play lots of songs. Is it getting better? Do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you? You got one to blame. You say one love, one life, when it's one me in the night. One love, we get to share it. Leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Can you hear the guitar well right now, or is it too quiet?
I can, but can you do it again?
Yeah, well, I'm also plugging it in too. I find that sometimes the audio is better when I plug it in. So I just kind of forgot at the moment, but glad you can hear it well. Hopefully I don't have these audio issues again too. They keep popping up. Okay. Is it
same. Will it make it easier on you? You got someone to blame. You say one love, one life, when it's one need in the night. One love, we get to share it. Leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you, or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you never had love, and you want me to do without. You say too late tonight, drag past out into the light. We're one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other, carry each other. Wow. Okay, so that's that. It wasn't, it was a little off key at some points here and there because I'm not really warmed up. I haven't played music.
I can't hear you anymore.
Test. Okay, now you can hear me.
Now I can.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, apologies if that issue. And then also, yeah, I want to play more, but also, because I love to play, and that was kind of like a good warm up. I haven't warmed up though, so apologies. Like when I sang that one last night, or 2 nights ago, it was way better. But that's the way music is. Sometimes you play and practice, especially on live streams too. So I've done a lot of live streams, and I mean, the more that you play better, the better. But then sometimes just playing and sharing it, it's a great thing. And sometimes everybody needs a song to get in the groove and stuff like that. So I was in the groove sometimes there, but it could certainly be better though. Rosmari, what do you think? Should we play more music? Or should we go on to Funds and Mobile Goods? I could play a bit more if you like, or if you'd like to play something, then that would be cool.
I think let's go to the Pomelo Goods.
Okay. I want to run. I want to hide. I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. Okay, we'll go to the Pomelo pitches. I want to reach out and touch the flame where the streets have no name. Oh, where the streets have no name. Okay, we'll go to the Pomelo pitches, and I'll play my guitar for later. And we'll do lots more streams in the future. But thank you, Rosmari, for the suggestion of playing the song. And hope you all enjoy. Okie dokie. I don't know if you want to lead in and share your screen. I think you tried before, but it wasn't working. But anyway, I suppose I'll get back my screen up here too. Rosmari, do you want to make any comments on people who you've met at Eden Fractal and any of these Pomelo grants? I suppose we can open all these up real quick in some tabs so people can see him, and feel free. I mean, if you wanted to go quick, I know it's pretty late and we've been going for a while, so we could just go quick and say, I'm thinking of maybe doing 10 EOS each for each person in the Eden Fractal Pomelo collection, because I want to really show support for the people in the Eden Fractal community. Still not totally sure, I'll figure out it afterwards, but yeah, there's Nova Crypto. Patrick's doing great work supporting the community. Huge shout out to all these people. I could say a lot about them, and I have already many times, but perhaps Rosmari, would you like to share anything about any of these grants?
Yeah, I know Patrick. Patrick's such a funny guy. And his energy is just, I wouldn't say unmatched, but he's really like high up there. So he's very passionate about Nova Crypto, and he's just amazing to be around and to go down. Like he does cockpits and analytics and graphs and make them. A lot of it is about analytics, I think, and just helping EOS be more. I guess I wouldn't say presentable, but presentable. Make the data make sense in a way, and he has really helped. I can't scroll from here, but maybe I can open it in my tab as well. So that would be
Yeah, if you
easy.
want to share your screen, and then I could play guitar in the background while you talk too. That would be nice, because then I get to play music and you get to talk. And we get to promote
Is
people.
that how it works?
Yes, that sounds like a good way to do it to me.
Okay, I'm just gonna open it in the meantime.
Okay, cool. Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you? You got someone to blame. You say one love, one life, when it's one need in the night. One love, yeah, you get to share it. Leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Are you still trying to share your screen?
I have it now.
Okay, cool. Well, and I feel a bit better now that I got in the groove with it too. Also, I was gonna sing "Oh Danny Boy" too. I forgot about that.
My screen?
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I was
dude,
on.
it's right below. It says
Yes, yes.
share screen. Oh Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Just let me know when you're ready and I can stop singing and just maybe do a instrumental background for you. From glen to glen and down the riverside, the summer's gone and all the leaves are falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide.
Okay. Sounds good. MindWeb. It builds online collaborative Web3 solutions for business-to-business companies on EOS and Antelope network to analyze, explore your data, and obtains insights thanks to interactive data analytic solutions combined with meaningful mind maps. Looks like that. There's a cockpit and how they make use of the data and what's around the intelligence they use to customize the ecosystem things in IT systems, and a bit about the deliverables for season 5, the cockpits they are going to make. They work very closely in collaboration with the EOS Beast. And this is what it looks like, and it's basically keeping track of I guess different topics and in general like EOS and how much it's been mentioned, and different campaign names, and just all sorts of analytics such as the metrics like likes or tweets, views, and a lot of it is for the swarm bees participation and how they make all of that like just explode really with the retweets and the likes and the views, and just helping drive away like all the news to everyone's door really, and in that also make some collections. That's a really cool interview. EOS Nation,
And you're going to be joining an interview with Patrick soon, aren't you? On the No Crypto YouTube channel. Is that correct?
yeah, Patrick has invited me to his show for the Antelope, so that's exciting.
Awesome.
And yeah, there's different. Oh, I wish. Well, Patrick could explain this way better. I mean, way in motion. But you can read more about his project here. I think it's very interesting. That is a portal with like different mind maps and like histories and events and links, and where people can basically this acts as a portal and can be linked to mindweb.io. And a few other examples here. I don't know if you want to touch on this more.
I don't think we need to go into so much detail about it. I mean, I love Patrick and everything he's doing, but there's a lot of grants out there too, so we only have so much time for it. I did, by the way, send you a link to the collections. If you want to share more, perhaps just like a high-level overview of some of the other ones as well. If you want to just give a couple sentences about each one, or I don't know, what do you think? I mean, feel free to do whatever you want, but just in a matter of time. What's that?
Do you want to do that instead? I feel like because you probably have more background.
I mean, sure, we could do it together, but maybe you want to keep sharing the screen because I have a cramp in my foot right now and trying to fix something. Okay, cool.
That's okay.
If you want to click on that link, then you can.
Yeah, I have it open actually. Right.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So you haven't met Jesse and Nicola yet, I don't think, but they do amazing work with the bees, and you are familiar. You checked out their platform a bit, so. Yeah, we don't have to click on them and go into them. People can obviously check it out, pomelo.io/grants/Eden Fractal. But I suppose maybe we can just share a few words about each of them. You also haven't met Matthias yet, but he also does incredible work. He's a brilliant builder. He's enabling people to cooperate with privacy. He's also doing the Fractal for privacy as well. He's working with Vlad for as well.
I think I accidentally clicked.
So, okay, cool. And then, yeah, each of these you can use as ways to learn with the projects, too, if people are interested in learning more about these, for sure. It looks like your window's frozen or something right now.
Yeah. Yes, it is frozen for some reason, and that's not helping.
Okay, you want me to share mine instead?
Yeah, I think you are.
Okay.
Sharing.
I was not previously sharing, but I can share now.
Was that my screen? I'm not sure what happened there.
I think that was your screen. So we can go and perhaps edit that out if there's anything private there.
That's okay.
Okay.
What my laptop?
What's that?
I think my laptop's having a hard time.
Yeah, there are some weird
With
things
the
going on with our
stupidity.
computers. But anyway, I suppose. And when we still have this OBS logo, which is with us permanently now, I think. So otherwise we can't hear you. But yeah, anyway, shout out. Feel free if you want to share anything about. I said a lot of great stuff about Jorge. Jorge was the first person here, El Numero #1. He's hosting the Spanish Fractal. They just had their 25th or 30th meeting, something like that. Great work to Jorge and Lenny doing the recaps. I know we've spoken off the recording too, and you said a lot of nice stuff about a lot of these people too. You've enjoyed working with them too, so yeah. I mean, my plan I think is to give 10 EOS to everybody who's in the Eden Fractal collection. There's the EOS Turkey YouTube channel, which is really cool. This is Recep and Ugel are two Turkish community members, and they have quite a popular YouTube channel. They used to work closely with the bees, and they're actually EOS is quite popular in Turkey, so they make videos showing like the benefits of EOS to the Turkish community, and you can see what they're doing here, and you can see some of their videos and some of their metrics. So that's cool. They're talking about the wallets to use and how to be able to use it. So I think you probably haven't heard about that one. I mentioned Albedo before. Albedo I'm so stoked about. And we featured a little bit. I recommend checking out edenfractal.com/40, where I actually showed it to you before, where you checked out some of the cool stuff he's doing with Firmament, which enables communities to be way more independent and cooperate in ways that were previously not possible. So there's a lot to get into right now, so I won't go into it too much, but just like a high-level overview of some of these really cool grants that we hadn't mentioned yet. Pascal has Delgravie, and then this is one where he's helping bring blockchain technology in EOS with education and so forth, so you can learn more. And also, I guess Pascal hasn't been promoting it very much, but he could certainly use some more love here, as well as many other people in the community. Jorge had mentioned that there wasn't that many. He was surprised that there wasn't more support in the EOS community as well, or in the Eden Fractal community rather, for Eden Fractal community builders. And I agree. A lot of it's just been we've been heads down building, and we're all volunteers basically, so haven't had that much time to promote. And then also we're still getting the word out about it. A lot of people, even in the EOS community, don't know about Eden Fractal yet too, and all the great builders. So it's one of the reasons why we're doing these shows, and I'm also putting together Eden Fractal Pomelo collection to be able to help promote all of our pitches. And as more people join Eden Fractal meetings, then we can add to this and add more great grants ecosystem. I have a feeling there'll be many more in the future. And also there's one other thing I was going to say, but it I guess I forgot it now. Oh, is there anything else you want to add on about any of these grants or the Pomelo collection, Rosmari?
They're great. And shall we go and explore some more?
Yes, sounds fantastic. Let's do it. Okay, coolio. So, man, there was one thing that I was gonna think about, but I was gonna say we held our first ever Pomelo Eden Fractal pitch session. That's what I was gonna say, which is a really cool thing. So we have the Eden Fractal meetings, and you were there, Rosmari. You shared your pitch. And you shared a little bit before too. So Eden Fractal, this is the 40th meeting. Actually, the 41st meeting still hasn't been published yet, but I had it in here somewhere. I had the unpublished version of it. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere over here. I'm just clicking random links right now. So here's the Pomelo pitch session. So
How did you find it?
I have a way about me. So this is the. I have a lot of reverb. That's another way about me right now. Maybe I should turn down my reverb a little bit, even though I love the reverb. It's sometimes better without the reverb, I know. So this is a Pomelo pitch session from, I guess this was last year, something like that. But the Pomelo team hosts pitch sessions where they can share cool things that people are doing, and then we've also been doing. We started doing a pitch session at Eden Fractal for the first time, and I think it works really well that we're at these meetings, we're all together. This is it actually. So this was the 41st meeting of Eden Fractal, and I made a proposal for Kajenda's topics, and then we got some votes for it. So after we discussed Aquadac, we discussed Pomelo pitch sessions. So you could see Rosmari shared her presentation here for Douglas and myself and a bunch of people at the community, and then we heard from Evgeny, who's been building with the Russian community, and so I'm really excited about the potential of this. Both pitch sessions in general. I shared a bit of a speech with Martin during the Pomelo pitch session, sharing how it's really helpful to have these pitch sessions because they're a great way to learn. And then particularly with the Eden Fractal meetings and any kind of fractal meetings, with these weekly meetings, like we do videos and we're all coming together, so it's a great opportunity for us to collaboratively make videos and share each other's work and so forth. So that's just one other thing I wanted to add that kind of ties together what we've been talking about with Eden and Pomelo. Really cool. I see Jorge is sharing, thanks for the shout out, guys. 10 grand EOS for 10 grand. Yeah, 10 EOS for each grant. Wow, thank you, Dan. You're such a generous man. Thank you, Jorge. Also, you. Hello, testing 1 2. Sorry about that. I had another issue as I was doing that. But
You said, say
okay.
thank you, Jorge.
Cool. Yeah, I was saying thank you, Jorge. I was saying thank you, Jorge, for also donating 10 EOS to my grant, too. So I actually had something that we probably should have done that I kind of just forgot about. But if we go back to the Pomelo grants for Eden Creators, I've already received 26 contributors, and I think there's been more during this stream, too. So thank you, everybody, for donating, and encourage everybody who hasn't donated to donate. But yeah, Jorge donated 10 EOS, I believe, if I saw correctly. Also Elias, I just saw, donated 10 EOS, and Douglas donated 12 EOS, and Sav account, which is I think a DeFi project on EOS, donated 1, and Lenny 5, Stefan. So thank you, everybody. Noam too. Noam has been joining Eden Fractal meetings and doing great work too. So thanks so much, everybody, for the donations. I really appreciate it, and this is super helpful to help communities cooperate and help support shows like this, and also help support so many more cool things that we're doing with Eden that will be coming, that are here now, and all the things I showed you, and much more coming soon. And then you can also see, for example, there's been people who have donated to Rosmari's grant as well. You can see the 20 contributors down over here as well, where wow,
Thank you.
I see Douglas donated 33, so that's awesome and great to see.
Thanks all. And actually, now I wanna I think you mentioned story time, part of the
Yes.
agenda, and I haven't told any stories here. And what I found really interesting, and think would be cool to share, are those little stories about St. Patrick's. And I'm gonna start with the first one, if you don't mind.
I do not mind.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So, actually, St. Patrick wasn't even Irish. He was born around the 5th century in Britain, which was then part of the Roman Empire. And at 16, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and spent 6 years in captivity. He converted to Christianity and later returned to Ireland to spend the rest of his life working as a Christian missionary. After Patrick died on March 17th, 461, he was largely forgotten until methodology and legend grew, and centuries later he was honored as the patron saint of Ireland. That was a little story. And then I'm gonna give you another one, second one.
All right.
Tradition of celebrating March 17th with parades actually started in America. The parade tradition really took off after the Great Potato Famine in Ireland in 1840s, sending hundreds of thousands of Irish immigrants pouring into New York, Boston, and other American cities. And the first record of a St. Patrick's Day parade in New York dates to 1762, when a group of Irish soldiers serving with the British marched a few blocks to a tavern in Lower Manhattan. Today is actually the largest and longest St. Patrick's Day parade, gathering close to 200,000 participants and nearly 3 million spectators each year. That's fun. A fun fact.
Wow.
It's not so fun, but it's a fact. So let's go to other Pomelo grants that we haven't talked about.
Sounds good.
There's so much. So
there's so much. I'm already 2 hours in, so I suppose we can go over and just provide a high level overview. What's that?
I think we stretched out the time a bit.
yes, there's. I suppose we got excited to talk about some things, and also lots of things just popped up, such as this OBS beautiful logo that we are now living with. I'm trying to make a good scene. It looks so much better without that too. We had everything looking great. Anyway, it still looks great for the most part too. But also our background too. We can change that. For some reason it's black. We can make it a little bit nicer. Although it's a little bit busy there. I like this wooden one that we have here. But anyway, I suppose I'll get back into the Pomelo Grants.
Yes.
So. So, yeah, so basically you checked out the Eden Fractal Pomelo collection, and I kind of provided a high-level overview here. I suppose maybe I'll just go sort this by name, just so you can sort it by different things here, how many contributors. Well, first, I guess maybe I'll just show, just to give people an idea, if anybody's watching at this point but isn't familiar with Eden, or with Pomelo rather. You can sort it by like how many contributors there are, and there's quite a few who have raised quite a bit of funding, and you can see like some really great projects here. Like for example, EOS Support is raising something like $7,000. They're a support network for the EOS community. People can ask questions about what's going on with EOS, and they have a lot of support agencies, really friendly and helpful and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you can sort by contributors or different things, and depending on how you sort, you'll see different kinds of projects. I've never heard of EOS Stat before, and they've raised quite a bit, so we'll see what that is. There also are sometimes people trying to game the system too, so the fact that they've raised more, I don't know, maybe they're doing great work, but I just never heard of them. I hope so. But yeah, basically I'll go to just sort it by a title, name, and we're starting at the top of the alphabet, I guess. I mean, feel free to share any thoughts here. I don't know if you've how much experience you have with some of these, Rosmari. I'd be curious to hear any of your thoughts if you've met these people. Hernan actually just joined the Eden Town Hall a couple weeks ago, and he spoke right after us on the fireside chat. We did the speed dating session where we gave 30-second pitches. So he's got a Web3 Creators podcast, which is really cool. He's doing a lot of great work and doing a lot of interviews with great builders in the community. So I'll definitely be supporting Hernan. I will add this to the card, and I'll figure out numbers later. But I'll definitely give him some EOS to help support it, and I encourage everybody to check out his interviews as well. He's got a lot of great interviews. I think I might join it as well pretty soon. There's Charles from EOS Support. He's also done great work with Eden Fractal and EOS Respect, and Jesse wearing a suit. I've never seen Jesse wearing a suit before, so that is cool to see, and great work, Hernan. And the Eden Town Hall episode will be coming out shortly, where Hernan provides a great introduction to the Web3 Creators podcast and much more. I'd love to see people helping Web3 creators. That's what it's all about. Solve Act 2, I've seen them posting about Forever Online, making it censorship resistant and so forth, so I don't know much about it. Can do more research later, but tonight it's almost midnight, so I'm going to give a high-level overview here. Luke has been building the Upvote bot, which is a little bit similar to Fractalgram, which Josh built. It's a Telegram bot that helps Eden schedule like video meetings and stuff like that. It's really cool stuff, so I'll definitely support Luca over here. Luca is, I used to be a chief delegate with him, and it was a pleasure working with him. You can learn more about the Upvote bot here. And yeah, there's also Trust Swap and the upcoming EVM. People can trade between EVM assets and EOS and different tokens. There's much more. Maybe I'll get this music playing too. This is called Lord of the Land. Lord of the Land.
Yeah. That'd be nice. I actually
Yeah.
talked to Luca Perric.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, today. I didn't talk, but I chatted to him. I'm slowly getting introduced to people around.
Cool. Sounds.
I was trying to set up my not security, but this verification thing about the passport.
Okay.
Pomelo,
Right.
and
Yep.
with the app, but for some reason my passport's being extra. I was gonna say something. It's just being extra, and he doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't want to scan, so yes.
Right.
And I couldn't actually, but he was very helpful, and I really like his profile picture of the kitten, and I love cats too. So
Cool. Yes. He's also a big fan of cats
Yeah.
as well, from what I see. Well, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you met Luca. Yeah, in addition to his his project here with UpvoteBot. He's also building port.link, which is I think what you were speaking with him about, which is a way that it's a way to improve identity with passports, but doing it in a private way. So really cool that he's been doing this for a while. So glad to see that you're meeting Luca and different people in the community, and also meeting fellow cat lovers. I know you've mentioned to me that you're a cat woman or something like that, like a cat lady, I think you said. So
I said cat.
good
cat
to know there's a lot of
Yeah.
right cat lady, yeah. So good to know. I'm kind of scrolling through some because some of these I'm not very familiar with. So Trust Swap Esteban, he was very supportive of the last Fractal Apple, and he also does great work. He's got a great attitude too. He was on a recent Use Fireside Chat, so I'll certainly be supporting Esteban. He's building a cool trading app. To the Moon, he posts a lot of stuff on Twitter, and I've actually never checked his Twitter, his Pomelo Grant. I don't know if I've seen this, but I think I'll support To the Moon too, because I think he retweeted our tweet too. By the way, we have some tweets going out. I actually showed, I can check my mentions because we have some tweets from Rosmari here. I encourage everybody to go. We should have said this earlier probably, but I encourage, now 2 hours in, I encourage everybody to retweet the show. But yeah, I encourage everybody.
Entire.
Yes, we're learning how to do this correctly. In the future, we'll be a bit more prepared and so
We're
forth.
doing
But
it a bit backwards.
a little bit backwards, yeah. But better late than never, right?
Yeah.
So go and still like and retweet, because people can still watch the recording afterwards. And Rosemary put together a nice message here. And then also I have one too. If you go to Dan Singjoy, actually, well, you can see other stuff there. I also put out these tweets, so I just put out real quick. Supporting Eden creators and the Eden Fractal Pomelo Grants collection, but we already went over that. But yeah, I also put one out here too. So check out links in the description. We'll also add show notes too. On this show notes page, we have more that we'll add here. But encourage everybody to check it out. And I suppose we can get back to the Pomelo Grants now. Rosemary, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. And I like the podcasting. The grant for the podcast. I checked it.
Oh.
It looks good.
Oh, Hernan?
Yes, it looks good.
Cool. Yeah, I recommend listening. And maybe he's somebody who you can collaborate with too,
Yes.
both with community stories and perhaps joining his podcast to help spread the word about what you're doing as well. Cool. So I don't know what this is. It's by Savact, who I think I'll support Savact too. I know Savact supported me too, so I like to reciprocate. In general, it's not required, of course, but it's nice to give back when people are helping you out. And I know they're doing great work too. From what I see, I know Sebastian is working closely with him. Totoro, I never heard about that, so I probably won't promote that or I probably won't support that right now with funding, because it looks like they also have some alright funding. But I mean, it seems like a cool thing. People can trade coins in a decentralized, convenient, and fast manner. So that's cool. I'll support it by promoting it a little bit here. It looks like they're building. You can go to their website here. So I'll check this out in the future, but being that I have some limited funds, I'll focus the funds more on projects that I know that I'm more familiar with, basically. Also, this song is quite nice now, so yeah, tip it. Mark Stairs doing great work, so I'll definitely support Mark. He's also doing cool work with the accounting standard. Tippet's like a tipping app program. I don't know what this is over here. Oh, Nice One, actually. I do know Nice One. Oh, I don't know this project. They build games in the EOS ecosystem. They build some really cool games. Eden China, they're doing, they have some fancy new shiny website, looks like. So that's cool. Gracie used to be a chief delegate. She's from China and helps lead the Eden China community. I can close out some of these windows. So that's cool to see what's going on with Eden in China. Looks like really cool. Looks like they have some nice designers here too. Love to see the Eden consensus processes in games getting more popularity around the world, and also doing it in a way that is very appealing to the eye. So that's cool, and I'll be supporting this over here. I encourage everybody to support people in EOS and Web3 doing cool stuff, but especially people who are building with Eden. I think that Eden is just profoundly helpful. And also Lost Diamond. This is a game, Rosmari, where people put NFT. I think it's NFT. I don't even know. But people put diamonds around the world, and then it's like there's like 100 or 1,000 EOS in it, and then like you go find it, and then you hide it somewhere else, and somebody else can win the EOS. It's a really interesting game. Replacing virtual monsters with $1,000 treasury challenge treasures kind of goes along with St. Patrick's Day. Come to think of it.
Yeah.
Come to think
Or
of it.
gold.
Find the lost diamond. People like to go over to Asia. Cool. So, anyway, we've been going for a long time and I keep getting sidetracked with all this cool stuff. So I guess I won't go over them too much, but that looks cool with the Oh yeah! Let's do it! Let's go! Some energy. Envelope Chronicle, this is the Telos Culture guys. I went on their pitch session last year, or last season rather, and they're really cool. They're also supportive of Eden, and Telos is a close Web3 community working in the Envelope community, so it's cool to see all this art too. It looks like they've been working on this. I'm not even reading it because I don't have time right now, but you can see it's a community design that brings the most crucial tech and culture updates from the Antelope ecosystem right to the community. And the grant is a continuation of the Antelope Chronicle grant from seasons 3 and 4. Good to know. So perhaps you can read that Antelope Chronicle sometime if you're into comic books and designs, Rosmari, or anybody else out there. We also have Java. I'm gonna make sure that. Okay, cool. Just making sure I didn't have any messages. I've been meaning to keep my messages open in case anybody's sending me here, but I have so many windows open that I can't really see everything that's going on. So my apologies if anybody sends me messages and it takes me a while to reply. But anyway, I suppose to continue moving on here. Sub Deeply, I talked with Theon a bit. He's building cool content. Arnon is doing the Starter DAO, which is in addition to the Web3 Creator Podcast. We talked about Pascal's work. Recover Plus, this is allowing people to recover their accounts if they lose them. It's not 100% recovery, but it can help recover things. So that's cool, and this is a cool accounting framework from Mark Stair. Shufan is making art too, so one of the things I'm excited for you to explore, Rosmari's NFTs. I don't know if you're very familiar with them, but I think that your experience as a musician and artist could work quite well in addition to the stuff you're doing with community growth and making podcasts. And I'm also planning to get into this as well too. So Shufan has been making illustrations and art and selling NFTs for a while. There's many NFT creators and artists in the Web3 ecosystem, and I love to see more artists building cool stuff and getting funding. So I think I'll probably support Shufan. She also gave me one of her NFTs, or a couple of them a while ago too. So big shout out to Shufan and all the artists out there who are doing awesome work. Have you explored NFTs much, Rosmari?
I mean, not so much, but a bit. I do know what they are, for sure. I don't have any though. But I want
Okay.
to. At some point.
Cool. Well, yeah, we'll certainly get you some NFTs sometime soon. And maybe I can send you one. I have a bunch that I've acquired over, or that people have just sent me, which is nice gifts. So it's cool to see, and they're very expressive and very hopeful. It's great to see the combination of art, and it can also be a great way to fund creators too. So I'm kind of just going back and forth because I don't know what to show right now. I guess I could show more shoe fans while we're talking about NFTs. But yeah, it's a great way to fund artists, basically. It's a way that artists can earn value for digital goods. So I know Sufan, I think she's received quite a bit of funding for what she's done. And she's already received a couple, over $1,000 here, so that's cool to see. And yeah, basically it's a way that people can earn more. But anyway, I'm going to keep going, unless you have any other comments.
No, keep going.
Okay, cool. I don't know what these are, but I will check them out. I like social graphs, and I'm going to load more. Oh, I should be hitting add to cart actually as I do this, so well, I guess just trust me to some extent that this is the planning stage, and then after this is over, then I'll actually do the transactions to do the funding, but just because I forgot basically. But these are some of the ones that I'll add here. You can go there and hit checkout. I'll go back to the other ones later after I remember, and from now on I'll just remember to support these. What's up?
Same here.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, but we have so many things going on here that I sometimes forget. What's that?
Python, Smart Contracts Development Kit.
Yes, that's right.
Smart contracts
Whoa.
using Python.
Yes, exactly. We spoke about that a bit the other day, actually.
Yes. What contracts are?
Yeah.
Is it the
What's that?
treasury, right? Like something about the treasury.
Oh, what smart contracts are?
Yeah, contracts.
Well, smart contracts are where it's basically like automation on. I mean, this is probably just confuse you because this is the programming how it looks. So, as you can see, it's very simple, Rosmari. So yeah, that's how it. And this is Grant to build smart contracts in Python. You can build them in different languages, in different programming languages. That is, and basically smart contracts. It's just like an automatic function basically that works on a blockchain, or as I call them, and we've spoken about sometimes, community computers. Like blockchains are big computers that are decentralized and many people host them. There's like 21 block producers in EOS or miners or whatever in different blockchains, and most blockchains have smart contracts where it can automate an action where, like, say for example what we do with the Eden Fractal, we have a smart contract or like an automation where we hit one button and then it automatically sends all the respect to everybody that participated in the meeting, and it does all the math and everything like that. And you can do the same thing for all kinds of things. You could program it so like if you get an NFT, then you send another NFT somewhere else, or anything like that. Basically, kind of like how you can do automation on your computer, or your phone. If you've ever done that, you can do automation with smart
simplifying
contracts.
process.
Yes. Yeah, and it enables a lot of helpful things, especially when people work with it for a while. They can think of some really cool ones to make.
Okay. Next one.
Cool. Thanks for asking about that, by the way. Good to share that. One that I'll feature here to mention is Immutable Realms. He's another great artist, Lars, in the community, who I featured a bit of his work with Space Monkeys, actually, in the Agreements article. Yeah, really cool.
This is so cool.
He's an awesome artist, and that's the Big Beard Samurai there. So he's also building Zines. I never heard about Zines until it came to EOS, but now a couple different people building Zines, and he's sharing updates here about the cool things he's building. Won't go into too much, but you can just see the pictures. It looks really cool. And yeah, basically he's helping to tell the story of EOS with a culture Zine. He's been working on this for a while now too. So check out and support Lars, great artist. And I suppose moving on, since it's getting late, we'll support EOS because privacy is really important. It's something that helps everybody in the world, and Matthias is doing super helpful work doing that. I don't know anything about Privacy Bank though, so I will not support that right now. Papaya, if you'd like to get my support, then well, hopefully I'll have a chance to check it out at some point, but if not, then feel free to reach out. Happy to learn more. We have Port. I think also yes, there's Port.
Yeah,
Right,
I like
as we
that.
were discussing before. What was that?
I will support that too.
Okay, cool. I will support Luca's upvote grand bot for Eden, so I'm still supporting Luca, but I mean, I think Port's really cool too, but I'll just do more of the support for the upvote bot, I think, because I'm really excited about that, and I think that can have great integration with Fractogram as well. But happy to hear that you're supporting Port as well. There's also Pomelo Brand Explorer. I think I'll support. This is built by EOS Costa Rica and enables people to like track and do accounting for where they're donating on Pomelo. I think I'll support their other pitches. That's helpful too, but they have some really good ones, more that focus on Eden. I'll definitely support the Polaris music graphing ecosystem. Actually, I should have added this probably to the Eden Fractal one, because Andrew's participated in a bunch of Eden Fractal meetings. He also works for Pomelo too. He mentioned his name a few times, and he's a musician, but he's building a music graphing ecosystem, a tool that people can like link together and have rewards for.
He's been playing drums for 23 years.
Yep.
Touring the west coast of the United States. Aww. Good job, Andrew.
Yeah.
Great year.
He's a great musician and a great builder. We've talked about jamming too, so perhaps we can invite Andrew sometime on the Fractal Apple, and he can play some drums, and especially if we can get some fixing latency or record something in advance. He's also a great audio engineer too, so he knows all about microphones. And then this project here, I mean, you can.
He might be of help then.
What's that?
He might be of help then.
Yeah, right. He could probably help us with some of our issues.
Wow.
Yeah, he did an interview on Helio's channel with Gabriel too that I recommend checking out. Oh, this might be it actually right here, where you can learn more about it. A lot of these people have videos and audio where you can learn more, so I recommend checking out that. Oh, and this actually for the Ideathon, so that's cool. He shared an overview here of how it works, and you can see Andrew in the top right corner and talking about how musicians create the product but they don't profit, and how gatekeepers hinder independence, and there's little career support. I am well familiar with things like this, being a musician, and I imagine you probably are too, Rosmari, to some extent, at least, because I know you have an excellent YouTube channel. Actually, we didn't feature that at all, but that would have been a cool thing to feature at some point. We can pull it up at some point if you want, but people have already heard your music. Oh, you gotta sing Enya too still, but yeah, it's great to see Andrew sharing how the current system for musicians.
Oh, that's so valuable. Thanks, Andrew.
Yes. Yeah, currently the music ecosystem, music industry, like many other industries, is fairly broken, where musicians are creating majority of the value, but a lot of that value gets taken away by big corporations. So really cool to see what he's doing here to share it, and then also he's linking together with maps and stuff, and he's sharing updates. So really great to see the progress. He's been working on this for years. Rosmari, do you have any other comments on this, or perhaps you want to sing Enya for us? I'm sorry I didn't remember to do that earlier. Now we're almost near done, but what do you think? Do you feel like singing more?
Yeah.
Or is it too late?
It's not too late.
Okay,
Just have to set it up.
cool. Sounds good. And my music just stopped instantly, too. And while you're setting up, how long will it take you to set up? Maybe I'll sing a little bit. If it's going to take you a little while, or...
Yeah, you can sing, and then I can go after.
But come ye back. No. Oh, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. And maybe we should wrap it up within like the next, I don't know, 15-20 minutes so we don't keep going. Just to set like kind of a timeline for us. So maybe if you sing this for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes or however long the song is, and then we do 10 more minutes of the Pomelo Grants, and we wrap it up. What do you think?
I think maybe we can do it the other way around. We can go through more Pomelo grants, and then we can sing as much as we want.
Oh yeah, that could work. Yeah. Alright, you want to do that now first before you do Enya then?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Danny boy. Okay,
You
sounds
want
good.
to sing,
Yes, I do. I got excited about it.
we can sing after.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do that then. And let's go quick so we can sing before I have to go to sleepy sleep.
Mm.
Okay, cool. So I will share my screen again. And it's not that we don't love all the people in the EOS community and Flip community. Well, I'm very thrilled and supported with what everybody's doing. And I'm happy to support it much more in future Fractal app episodes and throughout the community and all sorts of places. But we will just go pretty quickly to give a quick high-level overview of some. I don't know what Pinker's Dream is really, but I've seen it.
To zoom in, please.
Yes, I can.
Pink cat eating papaya.
Yeah,
I
I've
like
seen
that.
this.
It's a game.
Is it a game? I've seen this for the past couple of seasons. I have no idea what it is really.
I clicked on it, of course, because it's a pink cat
Oh, because
eating
you're,
papaya. So,
'cause you're cat lady, right?
yes, it's the papaya cat star. In the other world, everyone will have magic pet, where which I think they can feed Kakai. I think he eats papaya. Yes, I said Kakai. I said
Kadai, yes.
papaya. It's a pink cat eating melon. So
Okay.
they're building a still and making I think the different designs of the cat and like different sceneries of where the cat would go and how it would all come together. But it seems interesting, and yeah, it's one of the I think most supported grants too, and it's pretty cute.
Cool. Sounds good. And it is in Korean or Chinese, something like that. So, looking forward to hearing and seeing more pink cats that eat papayas. And I wish them the best with their game. Maybe I'll get. Maybe sometime we'll be able to play and see whose cat can eat more papayas.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Rosmari, for the description of pink cat eating papaya. It looks like the table has turned a bit, and you're educating me about the vast world of EOS and cats and papayas. So thank you for that. There's also Tinder for Web3, but they have 0 funds raised, so we can maybe save that for later and see if other people want to give that some social proof.
No
Old
swap.
Noah swap. Yeah, this is it's a swap on the EVM. There seems to be several swaps. I know there's Trust Swap and some other ones. I don't really know what the difference is, but they do have cool branding though. I like that though. I like that a lot.
I really do.
So that's really neat.
Yeah.
So like excellent branding. I think the Noah theme is cool. I also went with the boat for the intro and outro video as well, and we got the like the I guess that's a moose.
So what is EOS EVM?
EOS EVM is the upcoming Ethereum virtual machine on EOS. So
Interesting.
Ethereum, what's that?
Interesting. And I think there was recently news about the funding. I think 20. I don't know like the sum exactly, but I think it was 20. What was it?
Yes, I think you're right.
20 billion or something. 20 million. 20.
Yes.
Yes, it was a huge sum for the gaming and for the, which gives a lot of room for developers to come on and start building and be supported financially.
Yep, that's right. If I go to Twitter, then I was just trying to find the EOS Network Foundation. They funded, I think Pascal shared this in the chat, in the Eden Fractal chat. There is a lot of cool stuff going on here where they're meeting with people. Oh, nice. This is epic again, but a bit loud. $20 million for the EOS EVM. Wow. So, yeah, anyway, there's a tweet somewhere here. Oh, I guess maybe it came from Eve rather than EOS Network Foundation.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so Big Beard Samurai, yeah. So he shared over here. And there's something too that maybe, because Tadas is building EVM tools with Firmament for Fractal Cooperation. Yeah,
Yes,
$20 million into
yeah.
EOS EVM and gameplay projects. So basically,
This is officially open for business.
yep, breaking news, good to hear. So, yeah, so EVM is a big deal because it's it's how Ethereum works, and there's so many people building cool stuff on Ethereum, and that makes it so everybody who's built on Ethereum can really easily build on EOS basically. And there's all these like pre-built components and stuff. So Tadas is building with that, and so perhaps we can also raise some of that funding for consensus games with Eden Fractal and Eden Creators, and what you're doing with Community Stories, and what Vlad's doing, and so many other people too. And then there's a bunch of great builders too. Like, it's cool to see. I don't know who Noah is, but there's a lot of other people from other communities and other ecosystems that are now joining EOS because of the EVM, including Old Timers Offer. So Old Timers Offer is building like a marketplace where people can sell old cars, and they're building this on EOS EVM too. They were one of the first teams that said they were going to join and build on the EOS EVM. I remember I used to cover them back on the Hot Sauce back in the day.
Which means. Oh, okay.
Which means what?
I was gonna ask, which means are people gonna be able to buy cars with EOS?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how this works if they're building cars. Our goal is to create an open source code on GitHub that people can create their own marketplace on the EOS blockchain network, and the open source should be customizable for adding a token. So it looks like, yeah, it'll be capable. I don't think that they're building the marketplace, but I think they're building the code where people can build marketplaces, and anybody can build it. And then they could say you could buy it for EOS or whatever other kind of coin, basically.
Yeah, on the screenshot it was dollars. I saw,
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yep, it could be dollars, but they have support too. So, and they also have an old token apparently. So I don't know what the function that is, but I imagine that's kind of one of the things about smart contracts. Basically, kind of like how you can program basically anything on a computer if you know what you're doing, which is easier said than done, obviously. But people can create amazing things on computers. You can do the same thing on a community computer or blockchain like EOS, and you can create a marketplace and have it where you can trade any kind of token for any kind of thing. So in the future, I think that every car purchase and every all kinds of purchase, at least most. I mean, sometimes just in-person transactions with like a hard, like a physical thing can be good, but in many cases, I think people want to use things like EOS and so forth to trade cars and other things like that as well. And shout out to Old Timers Offer and Noah for building on the EOS EVM. Did that answer your question well? And shall we move on?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. More NFT work from Shufan over here, so that's cool. Gonna support some of Shufan. I don't know if I supported their other one already, but I'll pick one that I'll pick there. DJ Strikanova has been he's building NFT content index and searching to make it easier for people to search with AI models to find NFTs. So I know he's been participating a lot on the EOS Fireside Chats, which is cool to see. And he builds with a company called Effect AI, which is like an AI company that also works with like micro tasks for a long time. So I won't go into it too much here, but I think he's a really smart guy, and I think I saw he supported my grant too. So I appreciate what he's doing a lot. So I'm going to support him there. There's new chat for private messaging. I'm not.
You're back.
I'm sorry, my audio just cut out. I don't know if you said something there. Okay.
I said thank you. Thank you, because he supported my grant as well.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you, DJ Strikanova. Also a cool name too, DJ Strikanova. That's pretty awesome. Okay, we talked about MindWeb. I think Patrick got a more detailed promotion than anybody else did this time.
I kept on going on and on because I thought I had to, like, just cover everything. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, thanks for sharing the thoughts. I think you probably made Patrick very happy, and of course you don't have to go on and on. You can do it however long you want.
It's got lots
What's
of
that?
MetaHub. It seems to be very supported.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it does have a lot of
wallet, some type of wallet.
Yes. Yeah, dedicated to developing a good and secure browser plugin wallet. Sounds, I don't know exactly what that means. It's a wallet that is also a browser. So sounds good. You can go to the internet and be able to, or maybe just like it's like a plugin, maybe that you can like load into Chrome or Firefox, something like that, and then be able to trade or like do stuff rather than use Anchor.
Wallet. The current PC wallet. Maybe
Okay.
which is not this. Oh no, it's not. I was just saying. The current
Okay,
PC.
sounds good. Well, at the moment, I think they have enough support, at least for me. You know, I'm glad other people are supporting what they're doing. I think there's also a lot of people I don't know, but I know some people who supported here. So, but I will leave them to themselves. I'm looking forward to learning more about MetaHub, but I don't really know much about them, so I won't donate right now. We have the Anchor wallet, which works pretty well, but it's certainly good to have more wallets in there to have more decentralization and resiliency. So I'm wishing them the best, and I'm certainly open to supporting them more financially or donating in the future. This one looks just like intimidating, so I'm not going to do that. I don't like the idea of fight, die, learn, and repeat. That just seems way too intense. So good luck, Natto. Low-code app development. I like no-code app development, but I don't know much about that. Lyrium. I'm going to support the other one. I think Subdeeply. I know more about that. It's the same people. I'm going to support Evgeny in the Russian community. He's in the Eden Fractal community. Eden Korea. I'm going to support Eden Korea, but I don't know much about Creamer. I think I've seen a couple of things. I don't know. Maybe I'll add to the cart too. I'll see what I have if I'm able to support it. I don't know much about this, but I have seen Creamer make some posts that seem pretty helpful in the past, so I'll look into that. I do know this guy. I haven't seen him in a while. He used to build an application. I don't remember what it was, but interested to see what he builds, but won't be supporting right now. Matthias is also doing another application for Immortal Apps, where I make it more resilient, so I think I'll support that. And Hyperion, I heard him speak of, I heard the, I think his name is Icarus. I don't think that's his name actually, it's something like that though, but he shared a great pitch during the recent presentation. Support the Hot Sauce. I used to host the Hot Sauce for about 6 months or so. Now Stefan hosts it, and
I like it.
he does a great job. What's
I
that?
like the hot sauce.
Have you
Stefan
watched
is
it?
cool and helpful too.
Yeah, he's very helpful.
Yeah.
Have you watched any?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool,
And you
sounds
used to
good. Yeah,
host-
he makes a
I
great
think
show.
Sorry, I think I interrupted, but I think you were mentioning that you used to host the hot sauce. And actually, you're on the promotional video. If you click on it, you're part of the promotional video on that pitch. Which is funny because
That is true.
they went back in time since they started, I think 2019 or something like that.
Right. It's gone for like 180 episodes or something now, and yeah, they have a cool clip. I was pretty involved in like providing feedback and helping out with the original hot sauce grant thing that we did 2 seasons ago, back when I was working with them. And yeah, I'm somewhere over here. Yeah, I was up there. There I am. So, and then you can check out on the EOS Nation channel, or on the I also have a playlist on the Eden Creators YouTube channel where you can watch all the ones that I did for about 6 months. I did a lot of work on these shows, and there's a lot of helpful information out there. Some of it's a little bit outdated, but a lot of it's evergreen. And then, of course, Stefan also does new episodes every week too, and Martin sometimes does as well. They do great work. So, and then he also hosts the EOS Fireside Chat and much more. So, really cool to see. And they have a great team too. So you met Yana a little bit too. She works with EOS Nation, and yeah, hey Yana, and then yeah, Dave does great videos. Martin, we spoke with Martin at the other thing,
Martin
so you
is
can
cool
see
too.
some of the team members
Hey,
here.
Martin.
What's that?
Martin is cool too.
Yes, Martin's a very cool guy. Also, Shimona makes the timestamps, and they have a team in Korea too. So really cool stuff. Definitely happy to support the Stefan and the hot sauce, doing great work. And now getting back to the list, I suppose, unless there's anything else I want to add there, of course. But let's see, what do we have here? I'm completely lost. Where
You
did I
had
go?
it.
Did I?
Yeah, you opened it.
Okay, there we go. I don't know what Gravity DAO is. Maybe we'll check it out later. Cool, sounds cool. I'm definitely gonna support Marco. He's making German audiobook for More Equal Animals. Highly recommend everybody read or listen to More Equal Animals. Super helpful book. I don't know what Genki is, so I'm just gonna support the Eden China rather than this one. Galaxy DAO. I do know Igor quite closely. I don't think I'll support it because I haven't heard from him lately, and even though I did support it, he wouldn't get much matching. I supported it last season quite a bit, but he's building some really cool AI programming. He's really into Fractal stuff too. He's participated at some Eden Fractal meetings. Maybe I'll add to card and see if I can support it, and maybe I can throw him an EOS to show him that I'm still here and still watching and looking forward to his work very much. EOS EVM name service, they've received like $200,000 recently, so seems very cool. But I think there's other people who I'd support first. Bywire, this is pretty cool. I'm surprised that they're not raising more funding here. I guess they just haven't promoted it. But Bywire, Mike from Bywire is making an article about EOS, or not an article, he's making it like a feature film kind of movie with people who created Black Mirror and Sherlock and some other big movies. So people can see a cool trailer here about EOS. It's kind of a cool introductory thing here, where yeah, but anyway, I suppose I think I hear you yawning and it's getting pretty late, so I'll move on. But go Bywire, happy to see Bywire. I'm definitely going to support Bywire. Maybe I'll support the main Bywire grant though, rather than that one.
Like
Or maybe I'll
Bywire
support this
too.
one, I don't know. Yeah. EOS Quest, I'll support this if I can, for sure. He's doing cool work. What's
Hey,
that?
what's that? Giuro venite.
EOS that I don't know what that is, but I don't know what it is, and they have more funding than most people, so I'm not even gonna look into it right now. I'll look into it another time and wish them well. EOS Market, I've heard a bit about these, but I don't know much about them. EOS Eyes, I've heard that can do good things, but I don't really know much about these, so I'm just going to keep going. EOS India, EOS DAO, EOS Authority. EOS Authority does do great work, so maybe I'll add them here. They have a great block explorer. EOS Vision, that it... Oh, you like EOS Vision? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's Veronica. She does a lot of great posts all around the community. EOS Espanol. Maybe I'll support EOS Mexico. EOS Vietnam. I don't know them. EOS Synergy. Oh, that's by Bishop. I'll support that if I can. Yeah, for sure. Bishop does amazing work, and he's like one of the coolest guys ever. EOS Support. I'm already supporting the EOS Synergy, so that's pretty good there. Same with EOS Support. If I do EOS Synergy, that's kind of supporting them in that way. Bioware's got that. Back to the smart contracts. I think we saw that already, didn't we? Or no, that's a different one. He was doing Python before. Okay. Any thoughts about these? I have some thoughts, but I've been talking for a while. I imagine some of these are new to you, though, so...
Most of them are new.
Yeah. EOS Power Up makes it easier for people to do transactions, and the EOS San Diego YouTube channel has been making videos with Kent. They also, I think his son, he works with the Challenge Deck, so they have a lot of videos up there. He's been doing great work for a long time, but I won't go into it too much right now. I think you know, it's almost midnight, so I could spend a lot more time. No disrespect to anybody. I will support Willow for sure, because I've been in contact with Willow a lot. He invited me to go on a Twitter space for EOS Nigeria, and I'm meaning to do that soon. I'll support Mo's other project for the other thing, and I'll support Hernan with the Web3 Creators podcast rather than the EOS Israel. But EOS Israel is also awesome too. EOS Latino, I don't really know it too much. EOS Hub, EOS Game Development. This one's really cool. He's building awesome tools for people to build games on EOS, C-Meta, Corvin. EOS Mexico, Palmer was joining us before, so I'll definitely support him. He's also doing great work with EOS Mexico and Jayza shared an update about that on the recent Eden Town Hall. EOS Big Data from CC, he does a lot of really helpful work. I have to talk with him a bit. EOS Bees will definitely support EOS Bees. EOS Audit. I think that I'll just support the EOS Synergy rather than the EOS Audit, but that seems cool too. The EOS support team's been up to all sorts of stuff. Maybe I'll support this one. Actually, no, I already got the EOS Authority one in there, so that's good enough for now. Or maybe I could just do one for each. I don't know. They do pretty cool work. I don't know who this is. Is that a real person? And they've only raised 2 EOS, so maybe you'll wait to see more of their engaging, instructive videos. But cool to see content creators who are on here. I suppose we're almost done too. We're on E and we're going in reverse order. So, yep, I'll support. What's that?
Okay.
Oh, what?
I didn't know that we were almost done.
Yeah. Well, we have like 10 letters of the alphabet left or so.
In Korea.
Yeah, shout out to In Korea. They also have some really cool graphics, and Sangyang, who, no, that's Jason. I don't think that's Sangyang. But Sangyang joined Eden Town Hall a couple months ago. I think that might be Sangyang actually, and he's a really cool guy and like really well spoken and really smart. He's working with several other really smart people too. I used to also be a chief delegate with Han from Eden Korea, and they have a bunch of other people doing great work too, so we'll definitely support Eden Korea. Love to see people helping people with Fractal cooperation. They also have the Eden app for Korean that they're building and working with getting all the technical aspects set up and so forth, curating more equal animals and developing it. You can see how much they're gonna fund and stuff here, so yeah, that is Sangyang up there, so definitely gonna support Sangyang and the team for Eden Korea. And then also picked up another one. Mo has been joining a lot of the Eden Town Halls lately, and he's doing excellent work with Sachit and several other builders and developers, working with Jesse and the Adania team and more to build a reputation system for Eden where people can get NFTs for doing cool stuff and doing helpful things, and then those NFTs can help form like reputation and so forth, and there can be detailed reputation systems so that people can like be able to know who's who basically in the community, be able to remember who's who. So I won't go into it too much here, but he's actually planning to share more of a pitch about it on an upcoming town hall. Apologies for the audio outage. I hear this Eden Creators one is quite good too, but we could go into that more in detail another time. And eCPU, I know a bit about it. DeFi Box is a huge or very successful DeFi application where people can do trading and lending and all sorts of financial stuff on EOS. So that's cool, but they have a profitable business already, so I'll focus my funding on people who are more so volunteering or needing more funding more. DeFi, I think Vlad mentioned this to me, or somebody did. Somebody liked this a lot. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll support it in the future. This is built by DeFi Box for DAOs. I learned about that a bit. Community stories. Hey, people should probably check out that podcast. I wonder who did that. She looks nice. You have any idea who that one is? Rosmari? Have you heard about that?
Which I.
I'm just joking. Okay. Just having some fun here. We're gonna wrap it up fairly soon. Get the music. I think we keep going longer than we say. But anyway, I don't know these ones too well, so I'm just gonna go over them. There's just kind of so many different cool projects on EOS. It's kind of difficult to go through them all in like a short amount of time, and also there's so many people doing so much work here. And I want to support them and promote them, but also I want to be able to play music and sleep and stuff. Feel free to jump in, of course, if you want. I'm just going through them, but people are doing a lot of cool work here.
Great music.
Yes, I love this one. It's very chipper. Boyd John is doing cool work here. I don't know what these are. He's doing make it so people can go between chains, which is good. And I think we're almost there. Antelope Assets Collection, I don't know what it is. I will support Antelope Tools, I think. That's EOS Costa Rica. And Anchor Wallet. Anchor Wallet's very helpful. But I don't know, they have a lot of funding already, so maybe we'll focus more on funding Albedo and stuff. They're also working with the ENF, and I've had many grants from them as well. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's the list. So I'll have to go back.
About Albedo?
What's that?
Did
You
we-
talk about Albedo?
Okay.
Yeah, we did talk about it a bit, yeah. And I featured in the Eden Vector 40th meeting when
Okay.
Tadas gave the presentation about Firmament, and then
Shout out to Tadas.
yeah, big shout out to Tadas.
Great man.
Great man. He's a great man, as are many other people in the community, but Josh has a wonderful vision. Stoked about what he's building. Really cool. Recommend people check out edenfractal.com/40 to learn more about Albedo. Okay, cool. We were talking about making songs. You want to sing us some Enya now, Rosmari?
If you want, you can go first, and then I can go second.
Okay. You don't have to tell me twice. But yeah, I think maybe we'll wrap it up. I mean, we were talking about playing more songs, but it is almost midnight here, so I think maybe we'll just do one song each, and then we'll play your outro with the story there, and then we can wrap it up. Or unless, is there anything else you want to share with us, or talk about, or share with the world before then?
No, I think it sounds like a great plan.
Excellent. Me too.
Hobina.
Hobina, yes. We'll have many other days and nights for Hobina to share and play more music in the future. But for now, I think maybe I'll just sing Oh Danny Boy. Maybe I'll sing this one on the keyboard. See how that works. Haven't played the keyboard in a little while. And maybe I'll just have some fun with it.
I'll be right back.
Danny Boy. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out and watching the Fractal Apple tonight. It's been a fun time. We'll certainly make some improvements. There's been some tech issues that have been not ideal, let's say. But overall, it's been a fun show, though. It's been a great time. Hope everybody's enjoyed. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks everybody for supporting public goods, supporting Eden creators, supporting Eden Fractal, supporting Eden, supporting community stories, supporting music, supporting all these great things. So thanks everybody. And now I'm going to sing a little bit of Danny Boy, which was actually the first thing I thought about when thinking about singing, doing another Fractal Apple episode. I started thinking about it a few weeks ago. I thought, it'd be cool to do Irish theme. It'd be cool to do an Irish theme now that St. Paddy's Day is coming up, you know. And I think this is Irish. So that's what I did. I sang it. I sang Oh Danny Boy by Miss Traditional Songs. Oh Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen, and down the mountainside. I had to actually fix my chords because I'm gonna get a bigger monitor soon, but for the time being, it wasn't easy to see the chords playing. Oh Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen, and down the mountainside. The summer's gone, and all the leaves are falling. 'Tis you must go, and I must buy. I'm not playing the chords right now. I haven't played piano in a week or so. And sometimes it takes me a little while to relearn. But let me stand up, and then I'll be able to do better when I stand up.
I can't really hear you. No.
I did not realize, but I was muted actually. So here's why I'm singing and being muted. Okay, my bad.
The whole time?
Whoops, I guess so. I don't know. I know I muted it when I moved my desk up, and I guess I forgot. It's a little bit late. I'm a bit tired. So anyway, I suppose I'll continue.
Yeah, sure.
You can just imagine there's a tremendous performance going on of Danny Boy, and then you catch it in the middle. Okay, good.
Yeah, for sure. That's good.
Thank you. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, oh, when the valley's hushed and white with snow, 'tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when ye come and all the leaves are dying, and I am dead as I may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me, and I will hear though soft you tread above me. And in my grave will warmer, safer be, for you will bend, and I will tell you love me. I'm just gonna play some guitar because the chords are much easier playing guitar, and you can just imagine the performance is still going excellent, but the chords are all in the right spot, and I'm faster. But I will hear those soft you tread above me, and in my grave will almost safer be, for you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I will lie in peace until you come to me. But when ye come and all the leaves are dying, and I am dead as I may be, you'll come and find the place where I am dying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rosmari. Thank you, everybody out there in the world. Hope you enjoy Danny Boy, a lovely song that's greatly inspired me over the years. All right. Time for Enya, is it? Time
Yeah.
for Envy, is it? She's gonna sing the Enya for us. Classic Irish song. Well, I'm ready whenever you are.
Are you going to sing as well?
I think you sing it. I mean, we could try doing duet if you want, although I don't know it as well. I know a bit of it. Perhaps I can, for some part of it, I can provide you a little bit of background vocals, but I don't know, maybe being a latency, maybe it's best if you just do it on your own. I don't know, what do you think?
Okay. Yeah. Let me go then.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
You do your thing.
You hear me well? Yes.
Yeah, I hear good.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart chose? Only time. Dee-da-da-day, dee-da-da-day, dee-da-day, dee-da-da-day, dee-da-da-day, dee-da-da-day. Who can say why your heart sighs as your love flies? Only time. And who can say why your heart cries when your love lies? Only time. Dee-da-da-day, dee-da-da-day, dee-da-day, dee-da-da-day, dee-da-da-day, dee-da-da-day. Who can say where the road meets? That love might be in your heart. And who can say when the day sleeps, if the night keeps all your heart? Night keeps all your heart. Dee-da-day, 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 dee-da-day. Who can say if your love grows as your heart chose? Only time. And who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. Who knows? Only time. Who knows? Only time. Thank you.
Oh.
That was a long.
Oops. Sounds great. Thank you.
Do you want to sing now?
I kind of want to go sing. Who can go where the love goes? But I don't know. It's also pretty late, so Well, I don't know. What do you think? Should we sing any more songs or talk any more? Should we wrap it up? Or?
One more.
Okay. What do you want to sing?
Ed Sheeran, Give Me Love.
Okay. How's that one go again?
Oh, you want to sing together?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. It goes like, give me love like her. 'Cause lately I've been waking up alone. Pain splattered teardrops on my shirt. Told you I didn't let them go. And that I'll find my corner. Maybe tonight I'll call you.
After my blood turns into alcohol. No, I just wanna hold you. It's something like that.
Yes. And then 3 and give a little time to me. Burn this out. We'll play hide and seek. Turn this around. All I want is the taste that your lips allow. Mama, mama, oh give me love. Mama, mama, oh give me love. Mama, mama, give me love. That's how it
Sounds awesome. Sounds great. Give a little time to me. Burn this out. We'll play hide and seek to turn this around. And all I want is the taste that your lips allow. Mama, mama, give me love. Mama, mama, give me love. Something like that. I don't know if I've played this one. And now I'll fight. You know I'll fight my corner, and that tonight I'll call you after my blood is drowning in alcohol. No, I just wanna hold you.
Give a little time to me.
Burn this out.
We'll play hide and seek
To turn this around.
All I want is the taste that your lips allow.
My, give me love. Give a little time to me. Burn this out. We'll play hide and seek to turn this around. And all I want is the taste that your lips allow. Mama,
Oh, give me love, mama, mama. Oh, give me love, mama, mama. Oh, give me love, mama, mama, oh, mama. Give me love, love, oh, mama, oh, mama, oh, mama. Oh, give me love, love, oh, mama, oh, mama, oh, mama. Give me love, love, mama. That's how it goes.
Cool. Well, sounds great. And there's a little bit of latency off there. We did it the other day where we kind of like tried switching different parts of the song, taking different parts of that, and that worked pretty well. But yeah, we can work on that more in the future.
At this point, shall we play more music or?
There's a part of me that wants to, and a part of me that wants to wrap it up. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think maybe it's time to go. Maybe let's leave some for the next time.
Okay.
Unless you wanna, I'm fine with playing more if you want to. Seems like you want to play something.
Well, I always want to play more, and whenever I start playing music, like especially at night, it's just like, oh, I just play one more song. Let's play one more song, and then an hour goes by, and then yeah. So I was looking to see if there's any great. I saw No Diggity Thrift Shop.
Okay.
Do you want to do that one?
Okay.
Do you know that one well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe that'll be the last one, because that one's kind of just fun and silly.
Okay. Before the
Chords.
closing video.
Yes, and then everybody stay tuned for the closing video to hear Rosmari speak in a very thick Irish accent. You might think that she was born in Ireland and never left the Isle.
Well, somehow I escaped.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how it starts with the chord. Shorty get down, good lord, you know how that goes?
Hmm.
East side to the west side, pushing fat rides, ain't no surprise. What are you saying?
I was nothing. I was nothing.
Okay.
I think it starts like, you know what? No, I'm not sure how it starts.
Shorty get down,
I
good
know the melody,
lord.
but
I,
no, 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 catching feelings is a no. Let me tell you how it goes. No, 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 no.
well, okay, yeah. I know I like the way you work it, no diggity. Like the bag. Yeah, but anyway,
Like the
and then
way
it goes, she got class and style, and balanced by the pound. Shorty never act wild, very low key on the profile. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know if this
catching
is.
feelings is a no. Let me tell you how it goes. Love's Yes, I got the lyrics now. So, east side to the west side. East side to the west side. Can you start with that?
Pushing fast right, ain't no surprise. East side to the west side. Pushing fast right, ain't no surprise.
Sugar tricks in the stash. Stacking up the cash. Quick when it comes to gas. I mean, average. So she's got to have it. Baby, you're perfect. I wanna get in. Let me come in so I can win. I don't know. I like the way you work it. No diggity.
No diggity.
Bag it up. No, I like the way you work it. No diggity. Gotta bag it up. No, I like the way you work it. No diggity. Gotta bag it up. No, I like the way you work it. No diggity. Gotta bag it up. And then she's got class and style, manners bad abound. Shorty never act wild, very low key on the profile. Catching feelings is a no. Let me tell you how it goes. Let me tell you how it goes. Curves the world, spins the verbs, loving it curves so freak what you heard. Rolling with the fatness, you never quite know what the half is. You got to play to play just for a shorty bang out to look your way. I like the way you work it. I'm so great at this song. You
So-
can't deny it.
Yes. Thank you for sharing the No Diggity Thrift Shop
Thank you.
workshop.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for listening.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening. I would say the last song we wrap it up on before we go to the final outro scene is a song that I believe that you like quite a bit, and I know I like quite a bit. We don't have to do the whole thing, but just a little bit. But perhaps it's a little bit Irish wisdom that when something happens,
Oh,
maybe you should let it be.
Lord of the Dance. Lord of the Dance.
What's that?
Michael Flatley, Lord of the Dance. That I
Oh
showed
no,
you.
we could do that. That would be a lot more. I don't think there's any singing in there. There's just wild dancing. That's how we'll end it. Yeah. Everybody can check out Michael Flatley, Lord of the Dance. There's like a video with 10
Please
million
do.
views, something like that. Rosmari showed me that has some guy just doing some crazy dances. A whole team of people really doing
Tap
crazy
dancing.
dances. Very intense. Yeah. I'd never seen tap dancing at such a scale or fervor before. Or style. But I was thinking Let It Be though.
Dancers.
What's that?
Sorry?
A tap dance cover of Let It Be? When I find myself in times of trouble, I tap dance all my troubles away. Tap dancing all the morning, oh let it be. We could wrap it up too if you want. I'm happy to sing one verse, but do you want to sing more of it?
Let. I invite you to. Oh.
Invite me to
It's good.
Let It Be?
Yeah, let it be. Sorry, I think I made you puzzled. Yes,
Hey,
let it
let's
be.
let it be then. Okay.
Let it be. Let's
Let
go.
it be.
Let's go.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
Listen.
Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness,
She is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be.
let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer.
Let it be.
But though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they may see. There
Will be an answer. Let it be.
let it be,
Let it be.
let it be, let it be. There will be an answer.
Let it be.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper,
Words of wisdom. Let it be.
and when the night is cloudy,
There is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow. Let it be.
I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
Oh,
Let it be.
Whisper words of wisdom.
Let it be.
Dum, dum, dum.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that was fun. At some point, it will also be fun talking about jamming in real person as well, in real life or in real person, whatever you call it, so we can overcome the latency issues and so forth, and not have this OBS person up in front of us the whole time. But anyway, it was good though. We had a good little jam there, and let it be. And I suppose it's a good Irish wisdom. When things happen, what's the best thing to do?
I agree. And the best thing to do is to go. It is late. It is 11 p.m. on the 21st of March, 2023.
Yes. This is correct, depending on what time zone you're in. And I'd say we let it be. And we can wrap it up, and we can thanks everybody. Thank you for joining the Fractal Apple. I'll be back soon with more music and more exciting stuff.
Fun stories.
Yep, fun stories and supporting cool projects and all sorts of good stuff. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for joining. Hope you all had a great time. Let it be, remember. And I hope you all enjoy. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you're all building great stuff and doing great stuff with your families and friends and up to exciting work. And then also I hope you enjoy the upcoming outro from Rosmari singing about, or actually no, not singing, but talking about the story of Fractal Apple. Any final words for you, Rosmari? Or in the
Enjoy
chat?
the show. And thanks so much, everyone. We really appreciate you all. And I hope you have wonderful dreams in this part of the world. Otherwise, have a great day.
Sounds good. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again. See you later. Alright. And now we're off into Rosemary's outro. So, here it is. Bye-bye, everybody.
Okay, would you play it for us, please?
Yes.
Fractal Apple. Public goods and community stories. You heard about a story as in fairy tales, but not quite the one you just heard now. This one is about finding a treasure to find public goods, singing songs, and inspire the people to embark communities. Hey, it's a community story, you might say. Our characters start with a sort of idyllic life in the Shire, indeed with great history and fair challenges, but not unlike the adventure they soon need to embark upon. Across the sea and the villages they were living in was a whole new day, for they knew that time has come. Time to make a change, away from the darkness of the Shire, away from the worry of the world they appear to live in, where the darkness meets light, where the ends meet a new beginning, where the clouds meet the sun. There was that new, and there they find another meaning to life, a community and wholeness. Fractal apple wholeness in this so-called lonely planet. A story success sailing into a sea full of hopes in search for the pot of gold. I look, there they meet the leprechaun. 3 wishes and they wish. More public goods, more great communities, and music. Then they let him go. We welcome you to our show.